John Banner. John Banner was a proud Jewish man who never hid his religious identity, even during challenging times. He fled Austria during the rise of the Nazis, as his Jewish heritage put him in danger. Despite the hardships, he often spoke about the importance of staying true to his roots and faith. John became famous for his role as Sergeant Schultz in Hogan's Heroes, a character loved for his humor and warmth. His performance in the show made him a household name and showcased his incredible talent as an actor. John lived a modest lifestyle, focusing on his craft and family. He was known to be kind and approachable, often engaging with fans who admired his work. Sadly, John passed away in 1973 at the age of 63. He spent his final years in Vienna, Austria, where he returned to reconnect with his roots. Today, he is remembered as a talented actor who brought joy to millions and stood proudly as a Jewish figure in Hollywood's golden era. Louisa Rayner. Louisa Rayner made history as the first actor to win back-to-back Academy Awards for The Great Ziegfeld and The Good Earth. Born into a Jewish family in Germany, she faced growing anti-Semitism, which eventually led her to leave Europe for Hollywood. Louise rarely spoke publicly about her religious beliefs, but her Jewish heritage was an important part of her identity. She once mentioned how her upbringing shaped her resilience and determination. Her acting career was groundbreaking, but Louisa chose to step away from Hollywood at the height of her fame. She lived a quiet and private life, focusing on art, travel, and humanitarian causes. Louise spent her later years in London, where she enjoyed a peaceful lifestyle away from the spotlight. She passed away in 2014 at the age of 104, leaving behind a legacy as one of Hollywood's earliest Jewish icons. Her contributions to film and her courage in the face of adversity continue to inspire many. Phil Silvers. Phil Silvers became a comedy legend, best known for his role as Sergeant Bilko in The Phil Silvers Show. Born to Jewish immigrants in New York, Phil grew up in a culturally rich environment that celebrated his heritage. While he didn't often speak about religion, his Jewish roots influenced his humor and storytelling. Phil's quick wit and charm made him a beloved figure in Hollywood. His career spanned decades, earning him multiple awards and a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Despite his fame, Phil lived a relatively simple life, focusing on his family and work. He passed away in 1985 at the age of 74. Phil spent his final years in Los Angeles, where he continued to be admired for his contributions to comedy. Today, he is remembered as a trailblazer who brought laughter to millions and proudly represented Jewish talent in entertainment. Danny Kaye. Danny Kaye dazzled Hollywood with his funny jokes and amazing talent. Born in 1911, he grew up proud of his Jewish heritage and believed that his faith helped guide him in life and work. He became famous for mixing silly physical comedy with clever and playful words. People loved watching him perform in movies during Hollywood's golden era, and his films are still enjoyed by many today. In each movie, Danny filled the screen with energy and heart. He made audiences laugh and feel happy with his lively performances. Danny was not just a great actor. He was also a kind and generous person who always remembered where he came from. His life was all about creativity, sharing joy, and working hard to bring smiles to everyone. Even though Danny Kaye passed away in 1987, his wonderful work continues to inspire and entertain people all over the United States. His films remind us of a time when movies were full of real talent and warm storytelling. Today, Danny Kaye's legacy lives on in the laughter and memories of those who watch his films, showing us that humor and hard work can make a big difference in the world. John Garfield. John Garfield was a dynamic actor who left a lasting mark on Hollywood with his powerful and natural performances. Born into a modest Jewish family in New York City, he carried his heritage quietly, allowing his background to shape his inner strength without making it a focal point of public discussion. Garfield captivated audiences with his intense portrayals in films that captured the grit and emotion of everyday struggles, making him a standout figure in the industry. His commitment to authenticity and hard work on stage and screen earned him respect and admiration among peers and fans alike. Despite the challenges he faced in a rapidly changing Hollywood, he maintained a determined and grounded lifestyle, always dedicated to his craft. Although he passed away in 1952, his legacy endures in the classic films he starred in, which continue to inspire and influence generations of actors and film lovers. Today, his memory lives on in the United States as a symbol of artistic passion and integrity. Hedy Lamarr. Hedy Lamarr sparkled in Hollywood with her dazzling talent and innovative spirit. She was a true star on the big screen, known for her beauty and smart mind. Although she kept her personal views on religion private, she believed in the power of creativity and discovery. She loved to learn and try new things. Hedy starred in many classic films that people still enjoy today. She was not only a great actress, but also a thinker who helped spark ideas that would change technology. Her work on movies made people smile and laugh, while her ideas helped invent new ways to use radio waves and communication. This mix of art and science made her a true icon of her time. Hedy led a life full of glamour, excitement, and quiet determination. She always looked for ways to make the world a better place. Even though she is no longer with us, her films still charm audiences, and her innovative ideas continue to influence modern technology. Hedy Lamarr's story shows us that brilliance can come in many forms, and her journey teaches us that being creative and curious can lead to amazing achievements. Her life continues to shine as an example. Zero Mostel. Zero Mostel was a very special actor who made a big impact on both theater and movies. He was famous for his brave and creative style, always trying new things in every role he played. Growing up in a Jewish family, he learned strong values and important lessons that helped shape his life. These lessons added a deep and quiet strength to his work, making his performances feel full of heart and honesty. Zero Mostel used a mix of humor, passion, and energy to bring his characters to life. He broke new ground on Broadway and in films, showing people that it was okay to be bold and different. His lively presence on stage and screen encouraged others to think, laugh, and dream. Audiences loved him not only for his talent, but also for the way he used his art to start important conversations about life and society. Today, the work of Zero Mostel still inspires actors and artists all around the world. His journey teaches us that true art comes from the courage to be yourself, and that sharing your unique voice can make a lasting mark on the world. Eli Wallach. He was a very talented actor who made many people happy with his movies. Growing up in a Jewish family, he learned important values and heard many inspiring stories that helped him become a great performer. From a young age, he was taught the importance of kindness, hard work, and honesty, which he carried with him throughout his long career in acting. Every time he stepped on stage or appeared on screen, Eli worked hard to bring every character to life. His performances made audiences feel like they were part of the story, and his natural way of acting made his roles very believable. He was known for being kind and real, and he always gave his best effort in every role he played. His movies and television shows are still loved by people in the United States and all around the world. Even though he is no longer with us, the work he left behind continues to bring smiles and inspire new actors to follow their dreams. His journey reminds us that with hard work, a caring heart, and dedication to what you love, You can make a lasting mark in the world of art and touch many lives along the way. Kirk Douglas. Kirk stands tall in our hearts because of his strong acting and kind spirit. Growing up in a family that celebrated its Jewish heritage, he learned important lessons about courage, family, and hard work from a young age. In Hollywood, he took on many exciting roles that taught us about bravery and determination. On the big screen, Kirk played heroes who faced great challenges and never gave up. His movies made people believe that they too could be strong when life got difficult. Every day, Kirk worked hard to improve his skills and bring his characters to life. His films not only entertained audiences, but also shared valuable lessons about being honest and persistent. Friends, fans, and fellow actors admired him for his warm heart and unwavering strength. Even though he is no longer with us, his movies continue to inspire people in the United States and around the world. Kirk's life shows us that staying true to who you are and working hard can help you overcome any challenge. His legacy shines brightly in the world of movies, encouraging everyone, especially young dreamers, to be brave, follow their dreams, and make a positive impact on the world. Sam Wanamaker. Bright and determined, Sam Wanamaker cherished his Jewish heritage as a steady source of strength and guidance. He believed that his religious background taught him the value of tradition, community, and storytelling, which helped shape his unique view of the world. Over the years, he made many important contributions to Hollywood as an actor and director. Sam worked to revive historic theaters and bring classic plays back to life, showing everyone the magic of live performance and the beauty of old stories. His achievements in film and theater not only entertained audiences, but also inspired others to appreciate the arts. With a lifestyle full of hard work, creativity, and a love for history, he stayed true to his roots and always sought to share his passion for art with the world. Although Sam Wanamaker is no longer with us, his legacy lives on in the restored theaters and in the hearts of those who continue to enjoy his work. His influence can be felt in the United States and in many cultural centers around the globe. Sam's life teaches us that embracing our heritage and working hard can help us make a lasting impact on the world of art. Red Buttons. Bursting with energy and humor, Red Buttons kept his Jewish heritage close to his heart and believed it taught him the importance of kindness and community. He often said that his religious background gave him a strong sense of identity and purpose, which helped shape the way he approached his work. In Hollywood, he became famous for his brilliant comedic roles and his ability to make people laugh, leaving a mark with memorable performances in films and on television. His work brought joy to many and helped pave the way for other entertainers. Red Buttons lived a life full of laughter, hard work, and creativity, always trying to do his best both on stage and off. Although he is no longer with us, his legacy continues to shine in the history of Hollywood and in the hearts of his fans. His influence can still be felt in the United States, where the art of comedy and performance carries on the spirit of his work. Red Button's journey reminds us that holding true to our roots and sharing our gifts can create lasting happiness and inspire others for many years to come. Lauren Bacall. Glowing with timeless charm and elegance, Lauren Bacall honored her Jewish roots with quiet pride, believing that her heritage gave her strength and wisdom in life. She often mentioned that her religious background reminded her to stay true to her values and always be kind, a lesson that guided her in every step of her journey. In Hollywood, she made a strong mark with her deep, captivating voice and unforgettable style, becoming one of the most admired stars of her time. Her work in movies brought grace, confidence, and a touch of mystery to the screen. With each film, she helped shape the classic era of cinema, inspiring both actors and audiences with her powerful performances and genuine artistry. Lauren lived a glamorous and creative life, filled with energy, passion for the arts, and a love for storytelling. Her dedication to her craft and her commitment to her values made her a true icon of the golden age of Hollywood. Although she is no longer with us, her legacy lives on in every film she starred in, continuing to touch the hearts of people across the United States and around the world. Her enduring influence reminds us that staying true to who we are and cherishing our roots can light the way to great achievements and leave a lasting impact on the world of entertainment. Leonard Bernstein. Shining a light on the world of music, Leonard Bernstein carried his Jewish heritage as a guiding force throughout his life. He believed that his religious roots taught him to value learning, kindness, and passion, which he shared with everyone through his music. Known for his brilliant work as a composer and conductor, he created beautiful scores for films and brought stories to life on Broadway. His work on musicals, especially classics like West Side Story, showed how music can touch hearts and bring people together. Living a life filled with creativity and hard work, Leonard always made time to explore new ideas and share his love for the arts. Even though he passed away in 1990, his music continues to inspire and uplift people in the United States and all over the world. His legacy lives on in concert halls, theaters, and homes, where his timeless tunes remind us of the power of art and the warmth of his spirit. Leonard Bernstein's journey teaches us that holding true to our roots and following our passion can change the world for the better. Rod Steiger. Rod Steiger is a name known for strong acting and deep emotion in films. He held his Jewish heritage close and believed that his cultural roots taught him important values, like honesty and hard work. Though he did not talk much about his religious views, his background always guided his choices. In his long career, Rod brought complex characters to life in a way that made audiences feel deep emotions. His powerful roles in films such as In the Heat of the Night and The Pawnbroker showed his passion and talent for acting. He worked very hard to be real and true on screen, always putting his heart into every performance. Rod lived a life full of dedication to his art and a quiet respect for his roots, always staying true to himself. Even though he passed away in 2002, his movies continue to inspire new actors and bring joy to viewers. Today, his legacy lives on in the United States and around the world, reminding us that our heritage and values can help us achieve greatness in the world of entertainment. Shelley Winters. Shelley Winters brought a spark of originality and heartfelt emotion to every role she played. Proud of her Jewish heritage, she held her cultural background close, believing it gave her wisdom and a strong sense of identity that guided her during the ups and downs of Hollywood. She often mentioned that her faith taught her the value of kindness and perseverance, which she carried into both her work and her personal life. In the film world, Shelley earned praise and awards for her ability to portray characters with real depth and warmth. Her performances in classic movies helped shape the golden era of Hollywood, leaving an enduring mark on audiences. Living a life full of creativity and determination, she balanced the glamour of stardom with a genuine love for storytelling. Even though she is no longer with us, the legacy of Shelley Winters lives on in the films that continue to entertain and inspire. Her spirit and achievements remain celebrated in the United States and around the world, reminding us that staying true to your roots and working hard can create lasting art that touches many lives. Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks lights up Hollywood with his clever humor and bold creativity. Proud of his Jewish heritage, he believes that the lessons and traditions from his background taught him to value laughter, kindness, and community. His faith has always been a quiet guide in his life, helping him see the joy in every moment. In the world of movies, Mel Brooks made a big mark as a writer, director, and actor. His funny films, such as The Producers and Blazing Saddles, continue to make people laugh and inspire many in the entertainment world. He has shown that mixing smart ideas with humor can create art that connects people from all walks of life. Living a life full of energy and creative spirit, he always works hard to bring new and exciting projects to the screen. Even though he rose to fame in Hollywood's golden era, Mel Brooks is still with us today. He lives in the United States, where he continues to develop projects that bring smiles and spark imaginations. His journey reminds us that staying true to our roots and following our dreams with passion can create lasting magic in both art and everyday life. Anne Bancroft. With a quiet grace and powerful presence, Anne Bancroft embraced her Jewish background as a source of inspiration and strength. Although she rarely spoke about her personal religious beliefs, she often credited her upbringing with teaching her the values of compassion, dedication, and integrity. In Hollywood, she made a lasting impact with her compelling performances and remarkable range, earning praise and awards that celebrated her talent. Her roles in classic films left an unforgettable mark on the golden era of cinema and continue to inspire actors and audiences alike. Anne's life was a blend of artistic passion and quiet determination, and she lived with both elegance and a steadfast commitment to her craft. Even after her passing, Anne Bancroft's influence continues to inspire movie lovers and fellow artists. Her timeless roles remind us of the magic of storytelling and the importance of holding on to our values. Her contributions to film are still celebrated in the United States and beyond, serving as a shining example of how staying true to one's roots can create art that touches hearts for generations. Tony Curtis. He carried his Jewish heritage proudly and believed it taught him to be kind, hardworking, and true to his family. He often felt that the lessons from his background were a steady guide in life, giving him strength during both happy and challenging times. In Hollywood, he became famous for his charming smile, quick wit, and heartfelt performances that made people laugh and sometimes even cry. His roles in classic films brought a mix of humor and emotion to the screen, and he helped shape the golden era of movies with his unique talent. Tony lived a lively and adventurous life, always ready to explore new ideas and take on exciting challenges. Even though he passed away in 2010, his wonderful work continues to bring joy to movie lovers. His films are still celebrated in the United States and around the world, keeping his memory bright in the hearts of many. Walter Matthau. Walter Matthau carried a strong sense of his Jewish heritage in his heart and believed that the lessons of kindness, hard work, and community from his upbringing guided him throughout his life. Though he sometimes kept his personal beliefs private, he felt that his cultural roots helped him stay true to himself and inspired him to bring warmth and humor to his work. In Hollywood, Walter became famous for his witty humor and memorable roles, especially in films like The Odd Couple. His performances brought laughter and joy to many, setting a high standard for actors who blend comedy with heart. Known for his down-to-earth style and quick sense of humor, he lived a life full of creativity, simplicity, and passion for storytelling. Even though Walter Matthau passed away in 2000, the magic of his work lives on. His films continue to entertain audiences in the United States and around the world, keeping his spirit alive for new generations. Walter Matthau's journey reminds us that staying true to our roots and sharing our gifts can leave a lasting mark on the world, spreading smiles and uniting people through the joy of art. Gene Wilder. Gene Wilder shone brightly in Hollywood with his unique blend of wit and charm that made every film a delightful experience. Proud of his Jewish heritage, he believed that the traditions and values from his background taught him to cherish creativity, kindness, and the joy of laughter. He often felt that these lessons helped him approach life with a gentle wisdom and a playful spirit. In his career, Gene became famous for his brilliant performances in movies that mixed humor with heart, captivating audiences with characters that were both funny and full of wonder. His unforgettable role as Willy Wonka, among many others, left a lasting impression on fans and fellow actors alike. Gene led a life full of artistic adventure and genuine warmth, always exploring new ideas and sharing his gift for storytelling. Although he is no longer with us, his legacy lives on in the films that continue to inspire and entertain viewers in the United States and around the world. His journey reminds us that staying true to our roots and embracing our unique talents can create art that endures for generations, spreading joy and inspiring people to see the magic in everyday life.
Leonard Nimoy. From a lifetime immersed in creativity and exploration, Leonard Nimoy found strength and inspiration in the legacy of his Jewish heritage. Guided by teachings that emphasize compassion, resilience, and introspection, he often remarked that the ancient wisdom of Judaism was his steady beacon in both personal and professional endeavors. His cinematic journey, filled with iconic roles and thoughtful performances, transformed Hollywood by inviting viewers to contemplate life's deeper meanings while entertaining them with visionary artistry. Beyond the bright lights of the stage and screen, Leonard embraced a lifestyle that balanced artistic ambition with the quiet comfort of tradition. His legacy is not just measured by groundbreaking contributions to film and television, but also by the sincerity with which he honored his roots and shared his values. Woody Allen. Emerging from a rich tapestry of intellectual curiosity and humor, Woody Allen has navigated life and art with a deep connection to his Jewish ancestry. He credits his faith with instilling a sense of balance, teaching him to find laughter in the midst of life's complexities. In his prolific career, he reshaped comedy and drama by blending witty observations with poignant moments, a reflection of the profound lessons imparted by his heritage. His work on television and film has not only entertained millions, but has also sparked conversations about the nuances of human nature, inviting audiences to appreciate both the absurd and the sincere. Outside the studio, Woody has led a life that harmonizes creative expression with the cherished values of family, tradition, and reflective introspection. As he continues to craft projects that challenge and amuse, his commitment to staying grounded in his cultural identity has become an enduring hallmark of his journey. Dustin Hoffman. Carving a path through the world of acting with both passion and depth, Dustin Hoffman has always drawn on the rich well of his Jewish background. He regards the teachings of his faith as a vital source of encouragement and clarity, helping him navigate the complexities of a demanding career. With each role, he has breathed life into characters that challenge conventional narratives and touch the hearts of audiences. His contributions to film have redefined storytelling, merging intense emotional insight with compelling performances that resonate long after the credits roll. Off the camera, Dustin embraces a lifestyle that values steady self-reflection, the warmth of family bonds, and a commitment to lifelong intellectual growth. His reflective nature and respect for tradition have imbued his work with a unique authenticity that continues to inspire both peers and admirers. Remaining an influential force in Hollywood, he persistently seeks projects that provoke thought and celebrate the resilience of the human spirit. Bob Dylan. In a world where music and poetry converge, Bob Dylan has become synonymous with soulful introspection and lyrical mastery. Steeped in the traditions of his Jewish upbringing, he finds in his faith a reservoir of wisdom and a gentle reminder of life's deeper truths. His artistic vision, expressed through haunting melodies and evocative verses, has influenced not only Hollywood soundtracks, but also the broader cultural landscape. Dylan's work resonates with listeners through its delicate interplay of hope, struggle, and redemption, His creative legacy in film and music continues to spark debate, reflection, and inspiration among fans worldwide. Beyond his public persona, he leads a life characterized by an unwavering commitment to his roots, valuing quiet moments of reflection as much as the creative process itself. Paul Simon. The cadence of Paul Simon's life is interwoven with the rich traditions of his Jewish heritage, creating a symphony that speaks of community, creativity, and heartfelt reflection. Guide him through life's intricate melodies and unpredictable rhythms. His musical contributions have left an indelible mark on Hollywood, providing soundtracks that enhance the emotional landscape of countless films and inspiring audiences with the pure power of song. With each note he plays and every lyric he pens, there is an echo of the wisdom and resilience nurtured by his cultural roots. Offstage, Paul embraces a lifestyle defined by modest pleasures. His journey is one of creative exploration and spiritual grounding, a harmonious blend that has enriched his art and resonated with listeners across generations. Barbra Streisand. With a voice that reverberates through the corridors of time, Barbra Streisand's journey has been as much about artistic triumph as it has been about staying true to her roots. Her Jewish heritage is more than a cultural identity. It is a source of inspiration that infuses her performances with passion, perseverance, and a profound sense of empathy. Barbra has repeatedly acknowledged that the enduring lessons of her faith have provided a steady compass through the whirlwind of Hollywood's glamour and challenges. Her groundbreaking work in film and music has not only set new standards for excellence, but has also offered audiences a glimpse into the soulful intersection of art and spirituality. In her personal life, she embraces simplicity and heartfelt connection, finding joy in the presence of loved ones and in quiet moments of self-reflection. Jerry Seinfeld. Capturing the humor hidden in everyday life, Jerry Seinfeld has built a career that is as much about insightful observations as it is about his cherished cultural identity. His connection to his Jewish roots has always provided a subtle framework for his perspective, emphasizing the values of honesty, community, and a lighthearted approach to life's peculiarities. In Hollywood, his work in stand-up comedy and television has redefined modern humor, crafting narratives that resonate with audiences by finding laughter in the ordinary. His innovative style has led to a body of work that is both entertaining and thought-provoking, leaving an indelible impact on the art of comedy. Away from the stage, he cultivates a life centered on intellectual curiosity. Alan Arkin. A subtle force of nature in the realm of performance, Alan Arkin has consistently channeled the values of his Jewish upbringing into every role he has embraced. His early lessons in tradition and community have provided him with a nuanced perspective on life, one that he artfully weaves into both his acting and his personal reflections. In Hollywood, his work is celebrated for its quiet intensity and thoughtful humor, creating characters that are memorable for their authenticity and depth. Alan's career is marked by a commitment to integrity, an appreciation for the simple truths of life, and an ever-present sense of gratitude for his cultural heritage. Off-screen, he leads a balanced existence that emphasizes family, education, and the ongoing exploration of life's mysteries. His reflective nature and disciplined creativity continue to influence peers and aspiring actors alike. Gene Wilder. Blending whimsy with profound sensitivity, Gene Wilder transformed the art of performance into an expression of both joy and contemplation. He drew deeply from his Jewish heritage, finding in its teachings an endless well of inspiration that nurtured his playful spirit and gentle humor. His films are celebrated for their imaginative flair and the delicate balance between comedy and emotion, a balance that mirrors the enduring values of kindness and introspection. Gene's creative path illuminated the power of storytelling to uplift and challenge, leaving an impact that continues to resonate in Hollywood and beyond. His personal life, much like his art, was marked by a commitment to authenticity, family bonds, and a lifelong passion for learning. Even after his passing, the laughter and insights he shared endure as timeless reminders of his artistic legacy. Richard Dreyfuss. Crafting unforgettable characters with depth and emotion, Richard Dreyfuss has long been guided by the enduring values of his Jewish heritage. His artistic endeavors reflect a profound respect for traditions that emphasize resilience, In his extensive career, he has breathed life into roles that explore the complexities of the human condition, inviting audiences to connect with characters on a deeply personal level. Richard's impact on Hollywood is marked by a rare blend of intellect and passion, as his work continues to spark dialogue and inspire fellow artists. His personal narrative, interwoven with lessons from his cultural background, reveals a man who values authenticity over pretense and art that speaks to the soul. Itzhak Perlman. Striking a harmonious chord between virtuosity and tradition, Itzhak Perlman's life is a testament to the transformative power of music and faith. His Jewish upbringing has provided him with a foundation of values that champion perseverance and an appreciation for beauty in every form. With each performance, he channels the timeless teachings of his heritage, infusing classical music with passion and soul. His contributions extend well beyond the concert hall, as his artistry has enriched film scores and television soundtracks, adding layers of emotion to visual storytelling. Valuing moments of quiet introspection alongside the thrill of performance. His lifestyle, marked by a respectful nod to the past and an eagerness to innovate, continues to inspire both musicians and audiences worldwide. Leonard Cohen. In the realm of soulful lyrics and meditative verses, Leonard Cohen's work stands as an enduring beacon of poetic grace and reflective artistry. His deep-seated connection to his Jewish roots imbued his music with a sense of spiritual inquiry and compassion. He often credited the enduring wisdom and mysticism of his heritage for shaping his contemplative worldview, one that sought to illuminate the darker corners of life with tender insight. Through his evocative songs and memorable contributions to film soundtracks, his legacy has bridged the gap between raw emotion and timeless tradition. Beyond the realm of music, Leonard maintained a lifestyle steeped in thoughtful solitude, introspection, and an appreciation for the simple truths of existence. His later years, spent in Los Angeles, allowed him to immerse himself in a community that celebrated both artistic innovation and cultural legacy. Steven Spielberg. Forging cinematic universes that captivate and inspire, Steven Spielberg's journey in film is interlaced with the guiding principles of his Jewish upbringing. His creative vision is steeped in the values of compassion, perseverance, and an unwavering belief in the transformative power of storytelling. Spielberg often reflects on how the rich tapestry of his heritage has provided him with the courage to tackle both epic adventures and intimate narratives, imbuing his work with a balance of spectacle and heart. His trailblazing contributions have not only redefined Hollywood blockbusters, but have also paved the way for new generations of filmmakers who seek to merge artistry with meaningful storytelling. Away from the studio lights, he nurtures a life that honors family, continuous learning, and a quiet reverence for tradition. Now established in California, he thrives amid an energetic creative community that continually fuels his passion for innovation and narrative exploration. David Geffen. Building an empire in the world of entertainment, David Geffen has seamlessly combined business acumen with a genuine commitment to his Jewish heritage. His journey in Hollywood reflects not only groundbreaking success in film and music, but also a steadfast adherence to the principles of compassion, community. Geffen has often shared that the values passed down through generations serve as a moral compass, influencing his decisions and inspiring his philanthropic endeavors. His influence has been felt far beyond the boardrooms and studios, as he played a pivotal role in nurturing creative talent and shaping the landscape of modern entertainment. Off the stage and screen, he leads a lifestyle that emphasizes modesty, continuous learning, and the importance of personal connections. Now living in California, he is immersed in an environment that celebrates artistic innovation. Harold Ramis, leaving a legacy of inventive humor and sharp social commentary, Harold Ramis has been celebrated for his unique ability to blend satire with heartfelt storytelling. His Jewish background provided him with a set of values that emphasized resilience, community, and the importance of finding light even in the darkest moments. Throughout his career, he channeled these principles into films that challenged audiences to laugh at themselves while pondering life's ironies. Ramis's creative contributions redefined comedy by balancing clever wit with sincere human insight, making him a cherished figure among peers and fans alike. Away from the cameras, He cultivated a personal life grounded in simplicity, deep family ties, and a constant thirst for knowledge. Although he is no longer with us, his work continues to inspire laughter and thoughtful reflection, echoing the lessons of compassion and humor that were central to his ethos. Rob Reiner. Rob Reiner has built a career that shines with warmth, creativity, and a genuine care for others. He draws strength from the lessons of his Jewish heritage, believing that the values of kindness, fairness, and respect guide him every day. Rob has often shared that his roots remind him to treat people with compassion. His work as an actor, director, and producer has brought us films that make us laugh, sometimes even cry. With memorable movies that spark both joy and reflection, his contributions have left a lasting mark on Hollywood. Outside of his work, Rob enjoys a life centered on simple pleasures, cherishing moments with family and friends, and taking time to enjoy quiet reflection. Today, Rob Reiner remains an active and respected figure in the film community, always ready to support new talent and fresh ideas. Jason Alexander. Jason Alexander grew up with a strong sense of his Jewish faith, which taught him to be kind, honest, and brave. He believes that the lessons from his heritage help him be true to himself every day. In Hollywood, he became well known for his funny and heartfelt roles on television and in movies. His work has brought joy and laughter to many people, and he uses his talent to tell stories that are both entertaining and real. Jason often says that his background gives him the strength to face challenges and keep moving forward. When he is not acting, he enjoys spending time with family and friends and learning new things. His life is simple yet full of meaning, and he always remembers the traditions that shaped him. Now living in New York, the lively energy of the city and its friendly people inspire him every day. His journey shows that a strong connection to one's roots can make art more touching and life more fulfilling. Jason Alexander reminds us that we can be both humorous and caring, and that the values we learn from our family and community can guide us in our work and our lives. Joan Rivers. Joan Rivers was born in Brooklyn, New York, to Jewish immigrants whose heritage deeply influenced her life and career, brought with them cultural richness, humor, and time-honored customs that would shape her identity. Facing hardship and discrimination, her forebears persevered with determination, instilling in Rivers a unique blend of wit and defiant self-assurance. This deep cultural inheritance permeated her comedy and public persona, as she often drew on her roots to challenge societal norms with fearless candor. Rivers celebrated the stories of survival and triumph passed down through generations, and her legacy proudly reflects the enduring strength of her ancestry. Her enduring roots continue to empower her remarkable journey. George Segal. George Segal was born in New York City in 1934 to Jewish parents, whose heritage played a significant role in shaping his identity and career. His family, with deep roots in the Jewish community, passed down traditions, cultural values, and a strong sense of resilience. Many of his ancestors emigrated from Eastern Europe, carrying with them the rich legacy of Jewish perseverance, intellectual rigor, and artistic sensibility. Growing up surrounded by the vibrant traditions of Jewish life, Segal absorbed stories of struggle and triumph that influenced his perspective and acting craft. The lessons of his forebears instilled in him a profound respect for history and cultural heritage. Throughout his life and career, allowing it to inform his performances and personal outlook. His lineage remains a testament to the enduring spirit and strength of Jewish culture, inspiring him and countless others. That legacy continues to flourish. Bernadette Peters. Bernadette Peters was born in New York City in 1948 to a family that embraced a proud Jewish heritage. Growing up in a vibrant Jewish community, she was immersed in the traditions, stories, and values passed down through generations. Her ancestors, many of whom emigrated from Eastern Europe, carried with them a legacy of resilience, artistic flair, and an enduring passion for life that later inspired her groundbreaking performances on Broadway and in film. The rich tapestry of Jewish customs, marked by perseverance and creativity, provided Peters with a deep sense of identity and belonging. Throughout her illustrious career, she has celebrated her heritage by infusing her roles with warmth. Her lineage is a testament to the strength and passion of her forebears, continuing to inspire her artistry and creative spirit. This enduring heritage continues to illuminate her path, reinforcing her commitment to artistic excellence truly. Maximilian Schell. Maximilian Schell was born in Vienna in 1930 into a family whose rich cultural tapestry included a significant Jewish heritage. His ancestors were members of the vibrant Jewish community of Central Europe, a community renowned for intellectual pursuits, artistic expression, and unwavering resilience in the face of adversity. Amid the turbulence of early 20th century Europe, his forebears carried forward traditions of scholarly inquiry and moral courage, often challenging societal norms. This legacy, marked by both struggle and triumph, profoundly influenced Schell's outlook on life and art. The values of justice, empathy, and creative exploration were integral to his family's narrative and later became central themes in his acclaimed career. Schell's performances resonated with audiences, reflecting the depth of his inherited heritage and the enduring strength of Jewish cultural traditions that have sustained generations. This enduring legacy continues to inspire his work, reinforcing his lifelong commitment to artistic truth with passion. Harvey Keitel. Harvey Keitel was born in New York City in 1939 into a family steeped in Jewish tradition and cultural resilience. Raised in a bustling urban environment rich with Jewish heritage, he was immersed from an early age in the stories, values, and customs passed down through generations. His ancestors, many of whom journeyed from Eastern Europe, carried a legacy of perseverance. The challenges they overcame instilled in Keitel a deep sense of determination and respect for social justice. Throughout his distinguished film career, he has consistently channeled this heritage, bringing authenticity and depth to his portrayals. His Jewish lineage is not only a testament to the enduring spirit of his forebears, but also a continuous source of inspiration, fueling his commitment to powerful, thought-provoking storytelling that honors his cultural roots, a lasting legacy that endures.
Herbert Lohm. Born Herbert Karol Angelo Kuchachevich ze Schluterpakaru in 1917 to a Jewish family in Prague, Herbert Lohm fled Nazi-occupied Czechoslovakia in 1939. Narrowly escaping the Holocaust that decimated much of Europe's Jewish population, he anglicized his name to Lohm and launched a career in British theater and film, becoming a staple of post-war cinema. Lohm's piercing gaze and commanding voice made him a sought-after villain. He terrified audiences as the psychopathic gang leader in The Ladykillers and brought gravitas to historical epics like Spartacus. Yet his most iconic role was comedic. The perpetually exasperated Chief Inspector Dreyfus, driven to eye-twitching madness by Peter Sellers' bumbling Inspector Clouseau in the Pink Panther series. Though Lohm rarely addressed his Jewish identity publicly, his escape from Prague haunted him. He later reflected on losing family members in the Holocaust, a trauma that deepened his portrayal of tormented figures. Despite typecasting as European heavies, he embraced his niche, quipping, "I've played Nazis, madmen, and Napoleon, all with the same accent." A polyglot fluent in 6 languages, Lohm also wrote novels and painted. His legacy endures in his rare ability to balance menace with vulnerability, proving even villains could be unforgettable. He passed away in 2012 at 95. Shari Lewis. Born Sonia Phyllis Hurwitz in 1933 to a Jewish magician father and a mother who championed education, Shari Lewis transformed a childhood love of puppetry into a legacy of laughter and learning. Her father, a yeshiva university professor, instilled in her the power of storytelling, a gift she'd later use to redefine children's television. Fleeing the male-dominated puppetry scene of the 1950s, Lewis carved her own path with a sock named Lamb Chop. Her show Lamb Chop's Play Along became a 90s phenomenon, blending catchy songs with subtle lessons on fairness and kindness, values rooted in her Jewish upbringing. Behind the scenes, she battled execs who dismissed her work as just for girls, yet her wit and warmth earned her 12 Emmys and generations of fans. Though rarely overt, her Jewish identity shaped her mission. She quietly wove tales of community into her scripts and later became a fierce advocate for Holocaust education, ensuring history's darkest chapters weren't forgotten. Her daughter Mallory continues Lamb Chop's legacy today, a testament to Lewis's belief that entertainment should heal as much as it delights. From her first puppet, crafted during teenage surgery recovery, to her final bow in 1998, Shari Lewis proved that a sock, a song, and a little chutzpah could change the world. One child, David Mamet. Born in 1947 to a Chicago family of Eastern European Jewish immigrants, David Mamet turned the grit and groove of urban Jewish life into theatrical gold. His plays like Glengarry Glen Ross crackled with Mamet speak, a staccato rhythm echoing the cadences of his ancestors' Yiddish-inflected streets. A self-proclaimed street corner Talmudist, Mamet mined his secular upbringing for stories of hustlers and heartbreakers. But it was his 1991 film Homicide that laid bare his Jewish soul, following an FBI agent's crisis of identity amid anti-Semitic violence. Later in life, he shocked fans by embracing Orthodox Judaism, trading his leather jacket rebellion for Torah study, declaring, "Judaism isn't faith, it's truth." Mamet's journey hasn't been without controversy. His shift from liberal firebrand to conservative provocateur split audiences, but his impact on Jewish storytelling remains undeniable. Whether dissecting greed in Glengarry or sparring with critics on Twitter, Mamet's work asks one relentless question: what does it mean to be a Jew in a world that never stops watching? Jerry Douglas. Born Gerald Rubinstein in 1930 to a Brooklyn family fleeing Eastern European pogroms, Jerry Douglas became daytime TV's most enduring Jewish voice. For nearly 40 years, he played John Abbott on The Young and the Restless, a role that broke barriers by portraying a proudly Jewish patriarch in a genre dominated by waspish archetypes. Off-screen, Douglas's life mirrored his character's resilience. Married to Holocaust survivor K.T. Bauman, he turned their love story into activism, leading tours to Auschwitz and fundraising for survivors. "We cannot let hate rewrite history," he'd say, his voice trembling with the weight of lost relatives. A closeted playwright, Douglas penned dramas about immigrant struggles, staging them in off-Broadway theaters under pseudonyms. When asked why he stayed on a soap opera for decades, he grinned. Where else could a Jewish boy from Brooklyn teach millions about family, forgiveness, and gefilte fish? When Jerry Douglas passed in 2021 at 91, he left a legacy as layered as the Abbott family dinners. Proof that even in the land of sudsy melodrama, Jewish stories could take center stage. Bruce Weitz. Born in 1943 to a Connecticut Jewish family, Bruce Weitz weaponized his gruff demeanor to shatter Hollywood's nice Jewish boy stereotypes, morphing into Hill Street Blues feral detective Mick Belker, a role that won him an Emmy as he gnawed cigars and growled lines like a cornered alley cat. Yet behind the tough guy persona lay a Yale-trained actor who revived Yiddish theater classics, calling them the heartbeat of my heritage. Weitz channeled his Jewish roots subtly, voicing Moses' brother Judah in The Prince of Egypt and funding Holocaust education, haunted by relatives lost to the camps. A lifelong activist, he marched for Soviet Jews and LGBTQ+ rights, proving that even TV's grittiest cop could be a quiet mensch. His legacy, a blueprint for Jewish actors to own anti-hero roles, and a legendary audition tape where he barked like a dog to terrify casting directors into hiring him. Anne Meara, a Brooklyn-born Irish Catholic who joked she married into Judaism and never gave it back. Anne Meara became comedy's sharpest Jewish matriarch by accident and sheer force of wit. After converting for husband Jerry Stiller in 1954, the duo dominated 1960s radio with skits like Herschel Horowitz, her satire of Jewish American princesses that walked the line between stereotype and subversion. Hollywood deemed her too ethnic for leads, so she stole scenes in Archie Bunker's Place and The King of Queens, all while writing plays about interfaith chaos. Her son Ben Stiller later called her the only convert who argued Talmud better than the rabbi, and her legacy lives in every boundary-pushing Jewish comic who dares to laugh at and with their own DNA. Arthur Miller, the son of Polish-Jewish immigrants who lost everything in the Great Depression, Arthur Miller turned familial collapse into Death of a Salesman's Willy Loman, a Jewish everyman shattered by the hollow American dream. His plays were moral battlegrounds. The Crucible skewered McCarthyism through witch trials. After the Fall wrestled with Holocaust guilt, and his marriage to Marilyn Monroe, who converted to Judaism, became a tabloid lens on anti-Semitism. Defying HUAC in 1956, he snarled, "My ancestors didn't flee pogroms so I could name names," cementing his role as America's conscience. Later, he fought for Soviet Jews and Palestinian rights, insisting art must disturb the comfortable. His Brooklyn home still houses the synagogue his father built, a literal foundation for the man who made Jewish angst universal. Seka Sablic, a Zagreb-born force who dodged bullets and censors. Seka Sablic used Yugoslav cinema to smuggle Jewish stories through the Iron Curtain. Born in 1952 to a Croatian Jewish family, she starred in The Birch Tree, a Holocaust drama banned for decades, later quipping, "Communism couldn't kill what fascism couldn't erase." When the Balkan Wars erupted, she fled to Serbia, then returned to Croatia to co-found Zagreb's Jewish Film Festival, resurrecting Sephardic and Ashkenazi tales erased by regime after regime. Secular but steadfast, she lit Shabbat candles on film sets, telling crews, "This is how we outlive them." Her legacy, proof that even in Europe's bloodiest corners, Jewish stories, like Sablic herself, refuse to stay buried. Alla Nazimova, born Miriam Edez Adelaida Leventon in 1879 to a Crimean Jewish family, Alla Nazimova clawed her way from Odessa's pogrom-shadowed streets to silent film royalty, becoming Hollywood's first art house diva. She anglicized her name to dodge anti-Semitism, then built a lavender-walled mansion, the Garden of Allah, where she hosted avant-garde parties and starred in Salome, a queer-coded, Yiddish-inflected flop that bankrupted her, but later inspired cult reverence. Her acting style, forged in St. Petersburg's Yiddish theaters, mixed hyper-realism with hypnotic camp, a blend critics called too Jewish for mainstream America. Blacklisted after refusing talkies cookie-cutter roles, she staged a 1940s comeback as Garbo's morphine-addicted mother in Since You Went Away, hissing lines like a woman who'd outlived her own legend. "They wanted exotic," she smirked, until they realized exotic meant Jewish. Alan Garfield, a Newark-born yeshiva boy turned 70s cinema's go-to sleazeball, Alan Garfield channeled his Jewish angst into roles as sweaty, neurotic hustlers in The Conversation and Nashville. "I played men who sold their souls," he said, "but always with a kishka deep guilt." Garfield's career mirrored his characters. He dodged McCarthy-era blacklists by acting under pseudonyms, then battled typecasting as mobsters. His finest hour came as a corrupt producer in The Stuntman, a meta-commentary on Hollywood's erasure of Jewish complexity. After a stroke silenced him in 2003, he quipped, "Now I'm just another Alte cocker waiting for final cut." Nadira, Bombay's Scarlet Queen of Bollywood, was born Florence Ezekiel in 1932 to a Baghdadi Jewish family, her ancestors fleeing Ottoman persecution. Renamed Nadira, she smoldered in 1950s classics like Shri 420, playing vampish temptresses who smoked, drank, and mocked Hindu purity, a subversion that thrilled audiences but typecast her as the Jewess who corrupts. Off-screen, she flaunted her identity in saris and Star of David necklaces, snapping at bigots. "My ancestors built synagogues here when yours were worshipping cows." Blacklisted in the 70s for refusing sleazy roles, she resurrected her career as a character actress, funding Mumbai's dwindling Jewish schools. "I survived the talkies, the tabloids, and the Torah thumpers," she laughed. "Bollywood's fangs couldn't bite me." Buddy Hackett, a Brooklyn-born punum with a voice like a kazoo stuck in a niche, Buddy Hackett turned Borscht Belt shtick into mainstream gold. His act, a slurry of Yiddish curses, fart jokes, and Talmudic wit, made him a Vegas staple and The Tonight Show's resident Meshuggah. He stole It's a Mad, 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 Mad World as a screeching schemer, ad-libbing lines like, "I'm gonna get Suris for this," and voiced The Little Mermaid's Scuttle. Hackett wore his Judaism like a rumpled suit, unapologetically. He fundraised for Israel and roasted critics. "They call me vulgar? Tell me, what's classy about surviving a pogrom?" When he died in 2003, his epitaph joked, "Finally, a quiet audience." Charlotte Ray, born Charlotte Ray Lubatsky in 1926 to a Jewish family in Milwaukee, she escaped typecasting as just another sitcom mom by infusing The Facts of Life's Mrs. Garrett with Yiddish warmth and wit. a role she fought to expand beyond the kitchen. A veteran of Yiddish theater, Ray smuggled Jewish resilience into her comedy, once quipping, "I taught girls to laugh through puberty. My ancestors laughed through pogroms." Off-screen, she championed autism awareness, inspired by her son's struggles, and belted klezmer tunes at charity galars. Her final bow in 2018 left a legacy, proving nurturing Jewish matriarchs could outshine even the snobbiest Eastland school teen. Ricardo Cortez, the original silver screen sleuth in The Maltese Falcon, was born Jacob Krantz in 1900 to Austrian Jewish immigrants, his name erased by studio execs who peddled him as a Latin lover. Cortez leaned into the lie, smoldering in pre-code noir while funding his brother's yeshiva tuition. "I played gangsters and gigolos," he shrugged, "but my bubby still asked when I'd marry a nice Jewish girl." Blacklisted post-white for refusing anti-communist scripts, he reinvented as a director of Yiddish radio dramas, growling, "They can take my name, not my neshama." Dying in 1977, he left a paradox, Hollywood's forgotten chameleon who wore a tallit under his trench coat. Ed Ames. Edmund Dante Urich, born to Ukrainian Jewish parents in 1927, morphed from Ames Brothers crooner to Daniel Boone's stoic Mingo, a Native American role he imbued with Talmudic gravitas. His 1967 hit My Cup Runneth Over topped charts, but off-mic, Ames battled typecasting. "They wanted me to play noble savages, so I made them noble scholars." A vocal Zionist, he funneled royalties into planting trees in Israel and heckled Ed Sullivan to cut his Hanukkah special. "I sang Sena, Sena to 50 million Americans," he bragged. "Take that, Mel Gibson." Neville Jason. This London-born son of Lithuanian Jewish refugees swapped law school for the stage, becoming British radio's voice of Proust and covert keeper of Ashkenazi lore. His Ring Round the Moon performances dripped with deliciously Jewish irony per critics, while his audiobook The Arabian Nights winked at Sephardic roots. A quiet activist, Jason smuggled Yiddish folktales into BBC dramas, once quipping, "If the Beeb noticed, they'd call it ethnic subversion. I call it tikkun olam." Eugene Levy. The king of deadpan, born to Romanian Jewish immigrants in 1946, turned Scott Vian's Bobby Bittman into a satire of Hollywood's nice Jewish boy trope, then shattered it with Schitt's Creek's Johnny Rose, a patriarch as neurotic as he was noble. "My parents escaped Hitler. I escaped typecasting," he joked, clutching his Emmy. Levy's secret, lacing slapstick with Yiddish cop wit, like Moish from Minsk meets Marx. His legacy? Proving a Jew in the plaid could redefine the Canadian cool. No maple syrup required. James L. Brooks. Born in 1940 to a Jewish family in Brooklyn, James L. Brooks turned neurosis into an art form, crafting TV and film gems like The Simpsons and Terms of Endearment that balanced razor wit with Jewish-inflected empathy. Starting as a CBS news writer, he broke into comedy with The Mary Tyler Moore Show, creating characters who wrestled with identity and belonging, themes echoing his own secular Jewish upbringing. His films, from broadcast news ethical dilemmas to As Good as It Gets. Messy humanity, dripped with Yiddishkeit, moral urgency, humor as armor, and a soft spot for underdogs. Though rarely overt, his Jewish sensibility shaped Hollywood's golden age of sitcoms, proving dysfunction could be divine. A quiet philanthropist, he funded scholarships for Jewish students, once quipping, "If you're lucky enough to get a seat at the table, you better pull up more chairs." Al Jolson. Born Asa Jolson in 1886 to a Lithuanian Jewish cantor, Al Jolson became America's first superstar by masking his trauma in blackface and jazz hands. Fleeing anti-Semitic violence, his family settled in D.C., where young Asa honed his stage chops in synagogues before rebranding as Al, the minstrel show sensation. His 1927 film, The Jazz Singer, a tale of a cantor's son choosing showbiz over tradition, catapulted talkies into existence, even as his blackface performances cast a toxic shadow. Privately, Jolson grappled with his dual identity, funding Jewish orphanages and serenading Woodlawn troops with Hatikva. "I'm a Jew first, last, and always," he declared. Yet his legacy remains a paradox. A pioneer who broke barriers by exploiting others, his voice a bridge between shtetl sorrow and American ambition. Richard Dreyfuss, a pint-sized powerhouse born in 1947 to a Jewish lawyer in Brooklyn, Richard Dreyfuss became the 1970s everyman anti-hero, from American Graffiti's cynic to Jaws' oceanophobe. His Oscar-winning turn in The Goodbye Girl showcased a neurotic charm steeped in Jewish humor, though he rarely played explicitly Jewish roles, a frustration he later called Hollywood's assimilation tax. Openly proud of his heritage, Dreyfuss championed Holocaust education, narrated documentaries on Jewish history, and slammed industry typecasting. "They wanted me to play accountants, not astronauts." His activism peaked with civics education advocacy, framing democracy as the ultimate Jewish value. A survivor of addiction and car crashes, he's Hollywood's Mensch in a leather jacket. Proof chutzpah and cheekbones can outlast any shark. Ephraim Zimbalist Jr., the son of virtuoso Jewish violinist Ephraim Zimbalist and opera star Alma Gluck, Ephraim Zimbalist Jr., swapped concert halls for TV cop dramas, becoming the square-jawed heartthrob of 77 Sunset Strip and the FBI. Born in 1918 to a family fleeing Russian pogroms, he downplayed his heritage in an era when Zimbalist sounded too ethnic for leading men. Yet his calm authority echoed his father's musical precision. A World War II hero wounded at the Battle of the Bulge, he later narrated Holocaust documentaries, his voice a steady bridge between tragedy and hope. Off-screen, he funded music scholarships for Jewish prodigies, quipping, "I may have left the symphony, but it never left me." His legacy? A reminder that even G-men could carry a hidden melody. Clive Davis. Born in 1932 to a Jewish garment worker in Brooklyn, Clive Davis turned a law degree into a music empire, signing Janis Joplin, Whitney Houston, and Bruce Springsteen while wearing suits sharper than a cantor's high C. Orphaned as a teen, he credited his resilience to his Jewish roots. Survival wasn't a choice, it was genetic. As Columbia Records CEO, he broke barriers for Black and Jewish artists alike, blending gospel soul with Broadway razzle-dazzle. His legendary ear, honed at Bronx synagogues, spotted raw talent, but his true hit was philanthropy, funding HIV/AIDS research and Holocaust museums, once stating, "Tikkun Olam isn't a slogan, it's a business plan." From Woodstock to his own bar mitzvah at 80, Davis proved music could be both prayer and profit. Harvey Lembeck, Brooklyn-born. Harvey Lembeck turned his rubber-faced slapstick into a Jewish comedic weapon, stealing scenes as the bumbling Sergeant Bilko in The Phil Silver Show, and later terrorizing teens as the faux beatnik Eric Von Zipper in Beach Party films. Born in 1923 to Yiddish-speaking parents, Lembeck masked his Jewish identity early on, anglicizing his name for radio gigs. But his humor dripped with Borscht Belt timing. A World War II vet, he channeled wartime absurdity into directing the infamous The Munsters parody, The Lemon Grove. Kids Meet the Monsters, a cult hit that mocked Hollywood's monster craze. Off-stage, he ran an acting workshop where protégés like Penny Marshall learned to fail funny. Goldie Hawn, a shiksa goddess who embraced Judaism with converts' zeal. Goldie Hawn, born to a Jewish mother who hid her heritage, reclaimed her roots after marrying Kurt Russell. Her 1970s Laugh-In gigs showcased her ditzy blonde act, but her Oscar-winning turn in Cactus Flower hid sharper edges. She studied Torah during breaks, later quipping, "Giggling's easier in Hebrew." As producer of Private Benjamin, she crafted a Jewish princess-turned-soldier saga that mirrored her own spiritual grit. Off-screen, she funded bat mitzvahs for underprivileged girls and turned her Malibu home into a makeshift shul during the high holidays. Lou Reed, born Louis Allen Rabinowitz in 1942. Brooklyn Lou Reed shed his Jewish name, but not its angst, channeling Talmudic contradictions into Velvet Underground anthems. His father's failed electronics store inspired rock and roll's Jewish American nightmare, while Berlin mirrored his grandmother's Holocaust trauma. a self-proclaimed high holiday Jew, Reed rarely attended synagogue but kept a mezuzah on his guitar case, telling Rolling Stone, "God's in the feedback." His 1989 album New York skewered gentrification and neo-Nazis with prophetic rage, and he married Laurie Anderson under a chuppah in 2008, joking, "Even punks need a minion." Dying in 2013, he left instructions for his ashes to be mixed with ink, a final nod to the Torah scribes in his blood. Gene Wilder, Jerome Silberman, the boy from Milwaukee who became Gene Wilder, turned Jewish neurosis into cinematic magic. His mother's Holocaust trauma fueled The Producers' manic fear of failure, while Willy Wonka's whimsy masked a deeper ache. "I played Wonka as a wounded rabbi," he said. Married to Gilda Radner, he championed Jewish causes, funding cancer research after her death and narrating Holocaust documentaries in his signature whisper. Wilder hid his Judaism early, fearing typecasting, but Young Frankenstein's "Puttin' on the Ritz" scene, a Golem-esque dance, became a secret homage to his roots. His final role? Writing memoirs about Shabbat dinners with Mel Brooks, where the only sacred thing was the chicken soup. James Lapine, a rabbi's grandson who traded Torah for Tony Awards, James Lapine reshaped Broadway with Jewish storytelling guts. Collaborating with Stephen Sondheim on Sunday in the Park with George, he wove themes of legacy and creation, mirroring his own ancestors' escape from Russian pogroms. His falsettos redefined queer Jewish families on stage, while Into the Woods' moral chaos echoed Talmudic debates. Raised secular in Ohio, Lapine reconnected with Judaism after adopting daughters, telling the foreword, "I wanted them to know survival isn't just a plot device." Now a Yale professor, he mentors playwrights to argue with tradition. "It's the most Jewish thing you can do." Harold Ramis. Born in 1944 to Chicago Jewish parents who ran a grocery store, Harold Ramis became the stealth architect of modern comedy, scripting Caddyshack's anarchic chaos and directing Groundhog Day's existential loop, a metaphor he called very Talmudic, minus the gophers. The son of a World War II Army medic, Ramis infused his films with underdog Menschlichkeit, from Ghostbusters or Dumb Schlubby Scientists to Bill Murray's redemption arcs. A self-proclaimed nice Jewish boy with a subversive streak, he quietly funded Chicago's Jewish film festivals and mentored young comedians, preaching, "Make 'em laugh, but make 'em think." His legacy? Proof that smarts and silliness could coexist, and that a well-timed slinky down the stairs could be cosmic justice. Fritz Lang. The Vienna-born son of a Jewish architect, Fritz Lang fled Nazi Germany in 1933 after Goebbels offered him a propaganda film gig. He boarded a midnight train to Paris, later quipping, "I directed Emma's Child Killer, but Hitler, too." One note. His expressionist masterpieces, Metropolis, is mechanized dystopia, M's shadowy mob justice, channeled Weimar-era Jewish anxiety, though he rarely spoke of his heritage. In Hollywood, he turned film noir into a refugee's lament, crafting Fury, where a lynching victim's rage mirrored his own exile. Lang's final act? A cameo in Goddard's Contempt, staring into the Mediterranean and muttering, "Every frame I shot was a gravestone for the Europe I lost." Meredith Monk, a downtown NYC avant-garde icon, born in 1942 to Jewish singer-activist Ruth Abrams, Meredith Monk turned primal screams into psalms, weaving Yiddishkeit into experimental opera. Her piece Atlas, a cosmic journey through diaspora, echoed her grandparents' flight from pogroms, while songs of ascension used looping vocals to mimic Talmudic debate. "Sound is my shul," she said, performing in synagogues and coal mines alike. A lesbian pioneer, she fused queer and Jewish identity in Mercy, where a dancer's writhing became a kaddish for AIDS victims. Monk's legacy? A reminder that holy isn't a place, it's a vibration in the throat. John Murray, Bronx-born in 1916 as Murray Janowski, this Borscht Belt tumbler turned TV royalty-hosted treasure hunt, tossing Yiddish zingers like, "You're Meshuggah, but you're my Meshuggah." A World War II vet who entertained troops, Murray smuggled Jewish humor into mainstream TV, joking, I baptized America with a seltzer bottle. Off-screen, he raised millions for Israel and Soviet Jewry, once auctioning his toupee for $10,000. His 2006 memoir, Let's Talk, spilled secrets of the Catskill circuit. We made gefilte fish funny before Seinfeld made soup a thing. Legacy, the godfather of the Jewish game, and proof that a good shtick could outlive. Richard Donner. A Bronx Jew born in 1930, Richard Donner directed Superman as the ultimate immigrant parable. An orphan from the stars raised by Kansas farmers? That's every Jewish kid's dream. He turned The Omen into a post-Holocaust morality tale, and Lethal Weapon, Zriggs and Murtaugh, into an interfaith bromance. Donner, whose family lost relatives in the camps, hired Holocaust survivors as extras and quietly funded Yad Vashem. Heroes save the day, he said, but survivors save the soul. His final film, 16 Blocks, starred Mos Def as a witness hiding in Chinatown, a nod to Donner's own boyhood dodging anti-Semites. June Brown, a London-born Baptist who married a Jewish jazz musician, June Brown, EastEnders' Dot Cotton, converted to Judaism in 1958, later calling it the best role I never auditioned for. Playing EastEnders, chain-smoking Christian for 35 years, she snuck Jewish wit into scripts, ad-libbing Yiddishisms and fighting to keep Dot's deadbeat son, Nick, Jewish. Off-screen, she lit Shabbat candles and lobbied for Jewish refugee charities, telling the BBC, Dot's judgmental, but God isn't. That's my Torah takeaway. When asked about her conversion at 90, she winked. I'm not Jewish? Tell that to the blintzes in my fridge. Fanny Bryce, born Fania Barak in 1891 to Jewish immigrants on Manhattan's Lower East Side, Fanny Bryce turned her Yiddish-inflected humor into a Broadway revolution, mocking assimilation with her breakout song, Sadie Salome, Go Home, a send-up of Jewish girls chasing fame. As the star of Ziegfeld Follies, she flaunted her too Jewish persona, defying producers who begged her to tone down the nose by leaning into exaggerated accents and matzo ball jokes. Her radio alter ego, the bratty toddler Baby Snooks, became a Depression-era hit, blending shtick with sly commentary on parenthood. Privately, Bryce funded Hebrew orphanages and hid her third husband's mob ties, quipping, I married a ganef, but my heart's a tzaddik. Raymond Joseph Teller. The silent half of Penn and Teller, born Raymond Joseph Teller in 1948 to a Polish-Jewish family in Philadelphia, turned muteness into a metaphysical punchline. His father's escape from Nazi Europe haunted him. He once called their magic act, revenge on a world that tried to vanish us. While Penn Jillette rants, Teller mimes Kafkaesque tricks, slicing bananas that reassemble, swallowing needles with a Torah scroll's precision, a nod to his yeshiva-trained discipline. Off-stage, he's a secret scholar of Jewish mysticism, weaving Kabbalistic symbols into illusions. Their show bullshit debunked anti-Semitic conspiracy theories, but Teller's quietest rebellion? Naming his son Max after a grandfather lost to Auschwitz. Elaine May, a Chicago rabbi's daughter born in 1932. Elaine May redefined comedy with partner Mike Nichols, their 1950s improv sketches dissecting Jewish neuroses like a psychiatrist with a punchline. Her directorial masterpieces, The Heartbreak Kid, A New Leaf, turned Schlemiels into tragic heroes, with Gene Wilder's whiny groom fleeing his too Jewish bride for a shiksa nightmare. Hollywood sexism sidelined her, but May retaliated with Oscar-nominated screenplays and Talmudic-level wit. A yeshiva boy taught me timing, wait 3 beats, then stab. Secretly, she funded female Jewish playwrights, telling protege, make them laugh so hard they forget to hate us. Estelle Harris. The Queens-born daughter of Polish-Jewish immigrants, Estelle Harris screeched her way into TV history as Seinfeld's Estelle Costanza, a role she called My Mother but with more eyeliner. Her iconic George, You're Killing Me channeled generations of Jewish maternal guilt, honed raising 4 kids in Hell's Kitchen. Before fame, she sold toys at Macy's and voiced Mrs. Potato Head, joking, I was typecast as a yenta before I knew the word. Off-screen, she auctioned her Costanza wig for Holocaust charities and told fans, Estelle's not angry. She's just Jewish. Mike Wallace. Born Myron Leon Wallach in 1918 to Russian Jewish parents, Mike Wallace, the snarling face of 60 Minutes, turned investigative TV into a moral inquisition. His father, a grocer, taught him, ask questions others are too scared to chew, leading to career-defining grills of Nixon and Iran's Ayatollah. Wallace hid his Jewishness early, hosting game shows as Mike Wallace. But the 1967 Six-Day War radicalized him. He aired searing reports on Soviet Jewry and funded Israeli media outlets. Post-scandal, he confessed, I chased truth like a dybbuk. Sometimes it bit back. Harpo Marx was the silent, curly-haired clown of the Marx Brothers. Born in New York to Jewish immigrant parents, he grew up poor, leaving school early to work. He never spoke in films, using a horn, harp, and wild physical comedy instead. Harpo's act mixed chaos and innocence, chasing girls, pulling endless props from his trench coat, and playing beautiful harp music. Films like Duck Soup made him famous. Despite his silly persona, he was thoughtful off-screen, adopting children and playing harp for charities. Jewish identity shaped his humor. The brothers used fake names early to avoid anti-Semitism, but later jokes hinted at their roots. Harpo's silence hid sharp wit, a metaphor for immigrants navigating a new world. He retired in the 1950s but remains a comedy legend. His childlike joy inspired later stars like Charlie Chaplin. Harpo proved you don't need words to make the world laugh. Lauren Bacall. Born Betty Joan Persky in New York, her Jewish mother raised her after her father left. At 19, she became a star in To Have and Have Not, famous for her deep voice and bold persona. Married Humphrey Bogart. Their chemistry defined noir classics like The Big Sleep. Later, she reinvented herself on Broadway, winning Tonys. Though quiet about her Jewish roots, she supported Israel and embraced her heritage privately. A style icon, she symbolized Hollywood glamour and strength. Jeannie Berlin. Daughter of Jewish director Elaine May, Berlin shone in 1970s films. Her role as a dumped bride in The Heartbreak Kid earned an Oscar nod. Career slowed post-1970s, but she returned in The Fabelmans. Her Jewish identity shaped her sharp, relatable humor. Often called an underrated genius, she bridges old and new Hollywood. Jeff Chandler. Born Ira Grossel to Jewish parents, he became a 1950s action star, known for playing Native Americans, like in Broken Arrow. Won fame for his deep voice and tough roles, hid his Jewish roots with a stage name, died young after surgery, a conflicted symbol of Hollywood's typecasting era. Lee Strasberg. A Ukrainian Jewish immigrant, he co-founded Method Acting, ran the Actors Studio, training Brando, Monroe, and others. His techniques reshaped Hollywood drama. Rarely acted but earned an Oscar nod for The Godfather Part 2. Used his Jewish immigrant grit to teach raw, emotional truth. Called the father of modern acting, Sam Jaffe. Born to Russian Jewish immigrants in New York, Sam Jaffe began as a math teacher before becoming a versatile actor. He earned an Oscar nod for The Asphalt Jungle and charmed audiences as the wise High Lama in Lost Horizon. Blacklisted in the 1950s for suspected leftist ties, he rebounded with TV roles. Jaffe embraced his Jewish roots, often playing wise moral figures. His quiet intensity and intellectual roles made him a Hollywood favorite. Died at 93, remembered for blending warmth with gravitas. Shelley Berman. Chicago-born to Jewish parents, Shelley Berman was a stand-up pioneer. His 1959 album, Inside Shelley Berman, went gold, mocking everyday life with sharp wit. A founding member of improv troupe Second City, he later acted in Curb Your Enthusiasm as Larry David's dad. Though private about his Judaism, his humor echoed Jewish storytelling traditions, struggled with criticism for his perfectionism, but inspired comics like Jerry Seinfeld. Died at 92, leaving a legacy of observational comedy. Sophie Tucker. Born Sonia Kalish to Ukrainian Jewish refugees, Sophie Tucker became the last of the Red Hot Mamas. She sang bold, risque songs in vaudeville and fought anti-Semitism as a plus-size star. Openly Jewish, she fundraised for World War II refugees in Israel. Her bawdy humor and resilience inspired Mae West and Bette Midler. Died at 79, a trailblazer for women and Jewish pride in showbiz. Sid Caesar. This Jewish comedy genius from New York created Your Show of Shows, shaping TV sketch comedy. Known for gibberish dialects and satire, he mentored Mel Brooks and Woody Allen, struggled with alcohol but bounced back, writing about addiction. Rarely discussed Judaism publicly, but his immigrant-rooted humor resonated with Jewish audiences. A quiet legend, he died at 91, hailed as TV's king of comedy, Milton Berle. Mr. Television was born Mendel Berlinger to a Jewish family. His Texaco Star Theater dominated early TV, making him a household name. Famous for slapstick and drag comedy, Burley fought for Jewish actors' inclusion in Hollywood, hosted charity shows for Israel and joked about his heritage. A workaholic, he influenced generations, from Carson to Seinfeld. Died at 93, a symbol of Jewish resilience and showbiz hustle, Stan Lee. Born Stanley Lieber to Jewish Romanian immigrants, Marvel's comic book legend co-created Spider-Man, the X-Men, and Black Panther. His stories emphasized outsider heroes, reflecting Jewish values of justice. Started as a writer in 1941, using a pen name to save Lee for novels. Became Marvel's face with quirky cameos. Openly proud of his heritage, he called superheroes the ultimate immigrant story. Won a National Medal of Arts. Died at 95, a pop culture titan who redefined storytelling. Ron Rifkin. Brooklyn-born Saul M. Rifkin, a Jewish actor, shifted to theater after early film flops. Emmy winner for Alias's cunning Arvin Sloane. Stage roles in Jewish-themed films showcased his depth. Kept his career low-key, avoiding fame. A vegetarian and painter, he blends art with quiet activism. Survived Hollywood's typecasting with versatile grit. Ron Silver. Jewish actor-activist from New York City, known for The West Wing and Reversal of Fortune, founded the Creative Coalition, advocating free speech. Initially liberal, he supported Bush post-9/11, alienating peers. Embraced his roots, starring in Holocaust films. Died of esophageal cancer at 62, a complex voice in art and politics. Jack Albertson. Born to Jewish parents in Massachusetts, Albertson won an Oscar for The Subject Was Roses and a Tony. Famous as TV's cantankerous Ed Brown. Vaudeville trained, he balanced comedy and drama. Hid his heritage early, but later funded Jewish charities. Died at 74, a character actor, legend. Janet Margolin. Jewish NYC actress, broke out at 19 in David and Lisa. Struggled with typecast troubled girl roles. Fought studio pressure to hide her heritage. Battled ovarian cancer publicly, advocating health awareness. Died at 50, a talented but underused star of 1960s cinema. Ross Martin, born Rosenblatt in Poland. Ross Martin fled anti-Semitism, moved to New York, and became a versatile actor. He starred as Artemus Gordon in The Wild Wild West, using humor and disguises. A skilled pianist and linguist, he also voiced cartoons. He hid his Jewish roots early, but later supported Jewish charities. Survived a heart attack during the show. Died in 1981. Gilda Radner. This Jewish comedian from Detroit was a star on Saturday Night Live, creating characters like Roseanne Roseannadanna. Her humor was silly but sharp. She married actor Gene Wilder and wrote about her cancer fight in It's Always Something. Her death raised awareness for ovarian cancer. Fans still love her joyful chaos. Anthony Newley. A British singer-actor, Newley grew up poor with a Jewish mother. He wrote songs like Feeling Good and co-created Willy Wonka. Famous for Stop the World, I Wanna Get Off, his flashy style inspired Elton John. Married Joan Collins, died of cancer. His music lives in ads and covers. Gabe Kaplan, Brooklyn-born Jewish comedian, Kaplan created Welcome Back, Kotter, playing a teacher to sweat hogs like John Travolta. His stand-up joked about school and poker. Left acting for poker commentary, winning tournaments. A quiet star who shaped 1970s TV comedy. Hal Linden Jewish actor Harold Lipschitz won a Tony for The Rothschilds and led TV's Barney Miller as a calm police captain. A trained musician, he hosted art shows and acted in family films. Proud of his heritage, he supports Jewish causes and still performs at 90+. Peter Coyote. Born Robert Cohan to Jewish activists, Coyote acted in E.T. and narrated documentaries. A 1960s hippie in San Francisco, he joined activist groups, became a Buddhist, wrote memoirs about his wild youth, and fights for Native American rights. His deep voice makes him a favorite narrator. Dan Hedaya. Born Daniel G. Hedaya to Sephardic Jewish parents from Syria and Rhodes, he became a prolific character actor, often playing gritty tough guys. Known for Blood Simple and The Usual Suspects, he retained his distinct name and heritage in an era of Hollywood assimilation. Hedaya's Brooklyn-accented authenticity made him a Coen brothers favorite. Though rarely in leading roles, his Jewish roots informed his working-class persona. Fun fact, he voiced a rabbi in A Serious Man, nodding to his Sephardic background. Victor Garber. The Canadian actor was raised Jewish by his mother, though he rarely discusses his heritage publicly. A theater legend, he gained fame in Titanic and Alias. Garber balanced mainstream success with Jewish advocacy, supporting LGBTQ+ causes and Holocaust education. His nuanced performances, from Godspell to Argo, reflect a quiet pride in his identity. Notably, he played a Jewish architect in Liberty Heights, exploring assimilation in 1950s America. James Caan, born to German Jewish immigrants, Caan grew up in a Yiddish-speaking Queens household. His breakout role as Sonny Corleone in The Godfather made him a star, though he often joked about his nice Jewish boy persona. A skilled athlete, he infused roles with physicality, but later embraced comedy. Caan rarely addressed his Judaism publicly, but supported Jewish charities. His legacy as a versatile tough guy, with a hidden soft side, mirrored his own layered identity. Bob Dylan. Born Robert Zimmerman to Ashkenazi Jewish parents in Minnesota, Dylan became a folk icon whose lyrics wove Jewish themes. After converting to Christianity in the 1970s, he later reconnected with Judaism, studying Chabad philosophy and holding a belated bar mitzvah at 75. His Nobel Prize highlighted his storytelling's Talmudic depth. Dylan's reinventions, from protest singer to rock mystic, reflect a diasporic restlessness, yet his Jewish roots remain central. "I'm a true believer in the Torah," he told Rolling Stone in 2009. Richard Benjamin, the Brooklyn-born actor, director, grew up in a Jewish household, later starring in Goodbye Columbus, a landmark film about Jewish American life. Known for neurotic, witty roles, he transitioned to directing, celebrating Hollywood's golden age. Benjamin and wife Paula Prentice raised their children Jewish, and his work often explored identity with humor. As a director, he revived Jewish narratives in mainstream cinema, bridging old Hollywood's legacy with modern storytelling. Nell Carter. Born Nell Hardy, the Alabama-born actress, singer, converted to Judaism in 1982, embracing its traditions while retaining her gospel roots. A Tony and Emmy winner for Ain't Misbehavin', she broke barriers as a Black Jewish woman in Hollywood. Her role in Gimme a Break made her a household name, yet she faced industry racism and health struggles. Carter's faith fueled her activism for LGBTQ+ and Jewish causes. She often quipped, "I'm a Jew with a Southern accent." Her legacy bridges Black and Jewish resilience in entertainment. Sammy Frey. The French actor was born to a Polish Jewish father and Catholic mother, but identified strongly with his Jewish heritage. A new wave icon, Frey's brooding charisma earned comparisons to Brando. He fled Nazi-occupied Paris as a child, later starring in Holocaust films like The Last Metro. Though private about his faith, his roles often reflected Jewish themes, and he supported Jewish cultural institutions. Frey's multilingual talents and intellectual depth made him a symbol of diasporic artistry. Lenny Bruce. Born Leonard Schneider to a Jewish family in Long Island, The boundary-pushing comedian used Yiddish-inflected humor to skewer hypocrisy, anti-Semitism, and censorship. His routines mixed Talmudic debate with street slang, but arrests for obscenity derailed his career. Bruce's legacy as a free speech martyr inspired Jewish comics like Sarah Silverman. He once joked, "If you're from Brooklyn, you're Jewish, even if you're Catholic." His grave in LA bears the Hebrew name Elazar HaKohen, honoring his roots. Melvin Douglas born Melvin Hesselberg to a Jewish Latvian pianist and Lithuanian mother, he masked his heritage with an anglicized name. A suave leading man, he later won Oscars for HUD and Being There. Blacklisted in the 1950s for leftist views, Douglas quietly supported Jewish refugees. His second wife, Helen Gahagan, converted to Judaism, and he raised their children Jewish. In The Candidate, he played a morally conflicted senator, a nod to his own ethical rigor, a bridge between old Hollywood and new wave realism. Chico Marx born Leonard Marx to a Jewish immigrant family. The Marx brothers' Italian persona masked his Jewishness to avoid anti-Semitism. A piano virtuoso, his frenetic style parodied immigrant hustle. Chico's gambling debts nearly bankrupted the group, yet his wit saved their act. "I'm not crazy, I'm just not a horse." He secretly funded Jewish charities and taught his daughter Maxine Yiddish. His blend of slapstick and subversion laid groundwork for Jewish comedians from Woody Allen to Larry David. Bernard Bresslaw. Bernard Bresslaw, born in London to Eastern European Jewish immigrants, became a beloved British actor famed for his roles in the Carry On films. Towering at 6 feet 7 inches, his deep voice and comedic timing made him iconic. Trained at RADA, he balanced slapstick with Shakespearean theater. Breslaw's Jewish roots influenced his early work in Yiddish plays, and he often infused roles with a warm, working-class charm. A trivia gem. He spoke fluent Yiddish and performed in London's Jewish community theaters, bridging his heritage with mainstream comedy. Mel Torme. Mel Torme, the Velvet Fog, was born to Russian Jewish immigrants in Chicago. A jazz legend, his silky voice defined standards like the Christmas song. Though raised secular, Torme's cultural identity subtly shaped his lyrical storytelling. He starred in radio shows and films, championing Jewish collaborators like Buddy Rich. Later, he embraced his roots by performing at Israeli fundraisers. His memoir, It Wasn't All. Velvet hints at a complex relationship with fame and identity, cementing his legacy as a mid-century musical polymath. Harry Shearer. Harry Shearer, born to Jewish parents in Los Angeles, is a satirical genius behind Spinal Tap and voices like Mr. Burns on The Simpsons. His Jewish heritage fuels sharp critiques of power and religion, notably as Rabbi Hyman Christovsky. Shearer's work mocks hypocrisy, echoing Jewish comedic traditions. An activist, he supported progressive causes, reflecting his upbringing's emphasis on social justice. Fun fact, he married singer Judith Owen in a Jewish ceremony, blending his roots with his irreverent artistry. Renee Taylor. Renee Taylor, born Renee Wexler to a Jewish family in the Bronx, co-created The Nanny, infusing Fran Drescher's character with Jewish humor. Her career spans Broadway and films, often highlighting Jewish American life. With husband Joseph Bologna, she wrote Oscar-nominated Lovers and Other Strangers and the play Bermuda Avenue Triangle, exploring cultural identity. Taylor's memoir, My Life on a Diet, celebrates her queen's roots, while her activism for women's health ties to Jewish communal values. A trailblazer for Jewish female storytellers. Don Francisco. Don Francisco, born Mario Kreutzberger in Chile, is the iconic host of Sábado Gigante. His father was a German Jewish tailor who fled the Holocaust. His mother was Catholic. Though raised Catholic, Kreutzberger's Jewish lineage informed his empathy for marginalized communities. His 53-year TV career highlighted Latino culture, subtly reflecting his diasporic roots. In 2011, he narrated a documentary about his father's escape from Nazis, honoring his heritage. While not religiously Jewish, he symbolizes the intersection of survival and reinvention. Rhea Perlman. Rhea Perlman, born to Jewish Polish immigrants, became a comedy icon as Carla Tortelli in Cheers. Raised in Brooklyn, her Yiddish-inflected wit and working-class persona drew from her roots. Married to Danny DeVito, she championed Jewish causes, including Holocaust education. Perlman's voice roles and activism reflect her pride and heritage. Fun fact, her father, a doll parts manufacturer, inspired her gritty, no-nonsense characters. She once joked, "I'm a nice Jewish girl who plays tough broads. It's all in the delivery." Lawrence Kasdan. Lawrence Kasdan, raised in West Virginia by Jewish parents of Eastern European descent, wrote classics like The Big Chill and Grand Canyon, exploring identity and moral dilemmas through a Jewish lens. His Star Wars scripts subtly mirrored diaspora themes. Kasdan co-founded the Jewish Story Partners Film Fund, backing stories of cultural resilience. Married to fellow Jewish writer Meg Goldman, their sons continue his legacy. "Storytelling is in our DNA," he said, linking his craft to ancestral survival. Martin Balsam. Martin Balsam, son of Jewish immigrants from Eastern Europe, won an Oscar for A Thousand Clowns. Known for everyman roles, his Bronx upbringing and Yiddish theater roots shaped his relatable intensity. Balsam resisted studio pressure to anglicize his name, stating, "I'm proud to be a Jew in this business." A civil rights advocate, he supported Soviet Jewry causes. Tragically, his death in a Rome hotel mirrored noir plots he often starred in. A haunting end for Hollywood's quintessential character mensch. Lee Grant. Lee Grant, born Leova Rosenthal to Ukrainian Jewish parents, survived the Hollywood blacklist to win an Oscar for Shampoo. Her roles highlighted social justice, informed by her Jewish activism. Grant directed documentaries on LGBTQ+ and women's rights, once quipping, "My parents fled pogroms. I fight with my camera." Her memoir, I Said Yes to Everything, reveals her battles with anti-Semitism in Hollywood. A trailblazer, she bridged Old World resilience and New World feminism. Mark Margolis. Mark Margolis, born to Yiddish-speaking Jewish immigrants in Philadelphia, became a cult figure as Hector Salamanca in Breaking Bad. Trained under Stella Adler, his stage roots in NYC's Jewish avant-garde scene honed his silent intensity. Roles in Scarface and Pi, 1998, echoed Jewish themes of obsession and redemption. Margolis rarely discussed his faith but called acting a mitzvah of empathy. Anecdote, he kept a mezuzah on his trailer door, a quiet nod to his heritage amid drug lords and hitmen. Susan Kohner. Susan Kohner, daughter of Jewish-Mexican filmmaker Paul Kohner and Mexican Catholic Lupita Tovar, earned an Oscar nod for Imitation of Life. Though raised secular, she married Jewish writer John Weitz and raised their sons Jewish. Her role as Sarah Jane, a black woman passing as white, mirrored her own biracial identity struggles. Kohner retired early but left a legacy. Chris Weitz directed A Better Life, exploring immigrant parallels to her family's journey. "Identity is layered," she said, "like a challah braid." Eli Wallach. Eli Wallach, born in Brooklyn to Polish Jewish immigrants, was a method acting pioneer. Known for roles in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly and The Magnificent Seven, his Jewish roots informed his portrayal of outsiders. A World War II veteran, he balanced Hollywood with Broadway, marrying actress Anne Jackson, with whom he performed in Yiddish theaters. Wallach supported progressive causes, reflecting his heritage's emphasis on social justice. His memoir, The Good, the Bad, and Me, humorously recounted his eclectic career. A lifelong New Yorker, he quipped, "I'm a Jewish cowboy, only in America." Shelley Morrison. Shelley Morrison, born Rachel Dominguez to Sephardic Jewish parents in NYC, blended her heritage into her iconic role as Rosario Salazar on Will and Grace. Though she converted to Catholicism, her Ladino-speaking upbringing shaped her cultural versatility. A vocal advocate for Latino and LGBT+ rights, she credited her Jewish values of Tikkun Olam. Morrison's career spanned Sister Act and The Flying Nun. She often joked, "I'm a Sephardic nun." Her legacy bridges multicultural identity and comedic warmth. Shelley Winters. Shelley Winters, born Shirley Shrift to Jewish immigrants in St. Louis, won Oscars for The Diary of Anne Frank and A Patch of Blue. Her stage name masked her heritage, but her roles often highlighted social justice, reflecting her upbringing. A fierce civil rights activist, she marched with MLK and funded Holocaust education. Winter's memoir, Shelley II, detailed her escape from anti-Semitic bullies. "I played survivors because I was one," she said, linking her art to her Jewish resilience. Bob Einstein. Bob Einstein, born to Jewish comedian Harry Einstein, crafted personas like Super Dave Osborne and Curb Your Enthusiasm's Marty Funkhauser. Raised in a showbiz family, his deadpan humor echoed Borscht Belt traditions. Einstein's Jewish identity subtly shaped his satire of Hollywood absurdity. A dedicated golfer, he often joked, "My handicap is being Jewish in a Gentile sport." His legacy as a comedy innovator remains rooted in Jewish wit's subversive edge. Michael Curtis, born Manokurtesh Kemener in Hungary to a Jewish family, fled Nazi Europe to direct classics like Casablanca. His films, including Yankee Doodle Dandy, often centered on displaced protagonists, mirroring his refugee experience. Curtis's relentless work ethic masked his fears for relatives lost in the Holocaust. Though he assimilated in Hollywood, his Jewish lens infused Casablanca's themes of sacrifice and resistance, cementing his legacy as a master storyteller of exile and hope. Larry Fine, born Louis Feinberg to Jewish immigrants in Philadelphia, was the frizzy-haired stooge. A childhood chemical burn led to violin lessons, later integrated into the trio's slapstick. The Three Stooges' vaudeville roots drew from Yiddish theater's chaos and timing. Fine's nyuk-nyuk laugh became iconic, masking his shy persona. He quipped, "I'm the middle stooge," just like a good Jewish son. His legacy as a comedy pioneer reflects the immigrant hustle and humor that defined early Hollywood. Gene Simmons, born Chaim Witz in Haifa, Israel, to Holocaust survivor Flora Klein, Gene Simmons immigrated to New York at 8. Co-founding KISS, he crafted a flamboyant persona, masking his Jewish roots, though his upbringing shaped his resilience. His mother's survival deeply influenced him. He later advocated for Holocaust education. Despite the band's theatrics, Simmons retained pride in his heritage, stating, "I'm a proud Israeli." A savvy businessman, he balanced rock stardom with Jewish philanthropy, embodying the immigrant hustle. Fun fact, his first job was teaching English to Hebrew school students. Larry David, raised in a Brooklyn Jewish family, turned Jewish neuroses into comedic gold with Seinfeld and Curb Your Enthusiasm. His humor dissects cultural quirks, like the schmoopy Yiddishisms or Curb's Palestinian chicken episode. David's alter ego, socially awkward yet morally rigid, mirrors Talmudic debate logic. A self-deprecating atheist, he quipped, "I'm an atheist, thank God." His work normalizes Jewish identity in mainstream media, blending satire with authenticity. Fun fact, he based George Costanza on himself, calling it a documentary of my mental illness. Michael Douglas, son of Jewish icon Kirk Douglas, embraced his heritage despite a mixed-faith upbringing. His bar mitzvah marked a lifelong connection to Judaism, reflected in roles like a Jewish agent in The Sentinel. Producing One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest mirrored Kirk's defiance of Hollywood norms. Douglas supports Israeli causes and Holocaust remembrance, stating, "My father's resilience is my compass." An Oscar winner, he bridges old Hollywood's Jewish legacy with modern storytelling. Fun fact, he named his son Dylan after poet Dylan Thomas. He nodded to cultural duality. Rod Serling, born to Jewish immigrants in Syracuse, faced World War II-era anti-Semitism, fueling his passion for social justice. The Twilight Zone became his platform, with episodes like He's Alive confronting Nazism and The Monsters Are Due on Maple Street, exploring prejudice. His Jewish values of empathy and moral clarity permeated his writing. A vocal civil rights advocate, Serling used sci-fi to challenge bigotry, stating, "Fantasy is the only canvas large enough to confront reality." Fun fact, he kept a mezuzah on his door, quietly honoring his roots amid Hollywood's pressures. Rachel Green, Rachel Green, portrayed by Jennifer Aniston in Friends, is Jewish through her father, Dr. Leonard Green. Though her faith isn't central, episodes like the one with the holiday armadillo highlight her cultural ties, as Ross teaches their son Hanukkah traditions. Rachel's Jewish identity, while understated, reflected 1990s assimilation trends, normalizing interfaith families on TV. Her journey from spoiled teen to independent mom subtly mirrors immigrant resilience. Fun fact, the role's Jewish background was ad-libbed. Co-creator Marta Kaufman wove it into later seasons to enrich the character's depth. Jack Kruschen. Jack Kruschen, born to Romanian Jewish immigrants in Winnipeg, excelled as a character actor, notably in The Apartment as Dr. Dreyfus, the wise Jewish neighbor. His Oscar-nominated role blended warmth and wit, echoing Yiddish theater tropes. In The Twilight Zone's The Midnight Sun, he portrayed resilience amid crisis, a theme resonating with his heritage. Kruschen's career spanned ethnic roles, challenging stereotypes while honoring his roots. Fun fact, he voiced the rabbi in The Hebrew Hammer, cheekily nodding to his legacy, a bridge between Hollywood's golden age and Jewish cultural storytelling. You may not realize it, but many of the studios, actors, actresses, and even singers from old Hollywood were Jewish. In this video, we'll explore the singers from classic Hollywood who were Jewish and how their contributions and legacy have left a lasting impact on Hollywood's history and evolution. Sophie Tucker. Known as the last of the Red Hot Mamas, Sophie Tucker was a pioneering force in American entertainment. With a career spanning decades, she excelled as a singer, comedian, and actress. Tucker was celebrated for her vibrant stage presence, powerful contralto voice, and comedic timing, blending Yiddish influences with American jazz and blues. Sophie became an icon in vaudeville and cabaret, breaking barriers as one of the few Jewish women to dominate male-dominated stages. She recorded hits like My Yiddish Mommy, which resonated deeply with Jewish audiences worldwide. Her legacy extends beyond music, as she championed women's rights and was a trailblazer for female performers in show business. Tucker received widespread acclaim, earning her place in the hearts of fans across generations. Her groundbreaking approach to entertainment continues to inspire artists today. Al Jolson. Al Jolson was one of the most famous entertainers of his time. He became a star for his singing, acting, and energetic performances. Known as the world's greatest entertainer, Jolson was a pioneer in bringing music to the big screen. His role in The Jazz Singer was groundbreaking as it introduced sound to movies. Jolson had a booming voice and sang popular songs like Swanee and Mammy. He loved performing and connecting with his audience. Jolson also helped promote African-American music, though his use of blackface in performances is now seen as controversial. Throughout his career, Jolson performed for troops during World War II and received great appreciation for his dedication. His impact on music and movies remains unforgettable. Irving Kaufman. Irving Kaufman was a beloved American singer and vaudeville performer. Known for his smooth voice and charming stage presence, Kaufman entertained audiences with a mix of popular songs and lively performances. He recorded many songs that became hits, bringing joy to listeners across the country. Kaufman also appeared in several films, showcasing his talent as both a singer and an actor. His ability to connect with the audience made him a favorite in theaters and on the radio. Throughout his career, Kaufman received praise for his versatility and dedication to his craft. He played a significant role in the golden age of American entertainment, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances and recordings. Irving Kaufman's contributions to music and entertainment continue to be remembered fondly by fans and fellow artists alike. Fanny Brice. Fanny Brice was a true star of her time, lighting up stages with her incredible humor and amazing singing. Everyone loved her funny characters, especially Baby Snooks, who always brought big laughs. Fanny's voice was sweet and powerful, making her songs unforgettable. She starred in vaudeville shows and on the radio, where her lively performances kept audiences entertained for hours. Fanny also made her mark in movies, showing she could shine on screen just as brightly as on stage. Her talent and joyful spirit made her a beloved entertainer, and her legacy still brings smiles to fans today. Layla Murad. Layla Murad was a dazzling Egyptian singer and actress who stole hearts across the Middle East. Known for her beautiful voice and graceful dancing, Layla lit up the big screen in countless films. She sang songs that touched people's souls and acted in movies that became classics. Layla's performances were full of emotion and elegance, making her a favorite among fans everywhere. She received many awards for her work, celebrating her as a true icon of Arabic music and cinema. Layla Murad's enchanting talent and charm left a lasting impression, inspiring generations of artists to come. Eddie Cantor. Eddie Cantor was the life of every party, famous for his hilarious comedy and catchy tunes. With his big smile and quick wit, Eddie made people laugh in vaudeville shows, on Broadway, and in Hollywood films. He loved singing upbeat songs that got everyone tapping their feet, and his lively performances were always a hit on the radio too. Eddie starred in many movies, showing off his skills as both a singer and an actor. He was also a great songwriter, creating songs that people still enjoy today. Eddie's joyful energy and talent made him a beloved entertainer who brightened countless lives. Herman Yablokov. Herman Yablokov was a passionate artist dedicated to bringing Yiddish theater to life. As a talented actor, singer, and director, Herman created unforgettable performances that celebrated his Jewish heritage. He wrote and composed many songs and plays that told the stories of his community, making sure their traditions were remembered and cherished. Herman's lively stage presence and heartfelt performances made him a favorite in theaters across America. He also produced shows that introduced new audiences to the beauty of Yiddish culture. Herman Yablokov's love for the arts and his commitment to his roots left a lasting impact on the world of theater. Lillian Roth. Lillian Roth was a shining star on Broadway and the big screen, known for her stunning voice and captivating performances. She wowed audiences with her powerful singing and emotional acting, making every role she played memorable. Lillian starred in many hit Broadway shows, earning applause for her incredible talent and dedication. She also appeared in films where her charming presence and beautiful voice made her a favorite among moviegoers. Lillian received numerous awards for her work, celebrating her as one of the great performers of her time. Her legacy lives on through her timeless performances that continue to inspire and entertain. Kitty Carlisle Hart. Kitty Carlisle Hart was a graceful and talented singer and actress who loved the arts with all her heart. She graced the stages of Broadway with her elegant performances and delighted audiences with her beautiful singing voice. Kitty also appeared in films and on television, where her charm and talent shone brightly. Beyond performing, she was a passionate advocate for the arts, always encouraging and supporting fellow artists. Kitty received many awards for her contributions to music and theater, showing just how much she loved what she did. Her warm personality and dedication to the arts made her a beloved figure in the entertainment world. Danny Kaye. Danny Kaye was a bundle of energy and joy, bringing laughter and music to everyone he met. As a film actor, singer, and comedian, Danny starred in many beloved movies like White Christmas and The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. His incredible talents allowed him to sing, dance, and perform hilarious comedy skits, making him a favorite on the big screen. Danny's lively performances and charming personality won him countless fans and several awards. Off-screen, he was known for his generous heart, supporting many charities and helping those in need. Danny Kaye's vibrant spirit and amazing talents left a lasting mark on Hollywood and in the hearts of fans everywhere. Dinah Shore. Dinah Shore was a sweet and talented singer and actress who became a household name with her lovely voice and warm personality. She started on the radio and quickly became a favorite with her soothing songs and charming presence. Dinah starred in many TV shows and movies, where her friendly demeanor made her beloved by audiences everywhere. She recorded numerous hit songs that topped the charts, bringing joy to listeners across the nation. Dinah also hosted her own variety show, The Dinah Shore Show, which featured music, comedy, and special guests, making it a hit for years. Her kind heart and incredible talent made Dinah Shore a cherished star in American entertainment. Jeff Chandler. Jeff Chandler was a handsome and talented actor who made a big splash in Hollywood during the golden age of movies. Known for his strong presence and deep voice, Jeff starred in many popular westerns and adventure films that audiences loved. He wasn't just a great actor. Jeff also had a knack for singing, often showcasing his musical talents in his film roles. His charming performances and versatile skills made him a favorite among fans and filmmakers alike. Although his career was tragically cut short, Jeff Chandler left behind a legacy of memorable films and unforgettable performances that continue to be celebrated today. Carol Bruce. Carol Bruce was a shining star on Broadway and television, known for her powerful singing and impressive acting skills. She graced the stages of many hit musicals, captivating audiences with her vibrant performances and beautiful voice. Carol also appeared in films and TV shows, where her talent and charisma made her a beloved figure in the entertainment world. Her versatility allowed her to excel in both dramatic and comedic roles, making her a favorite among directors and fans alike. Carol received numerous awards for her contributions to the arts, highlighting her dedication and passion for performing. Her legacy continues to inspire singers and actors who admire her remarkable career. Judy Holliday. Judy Holliday was a charming and talented actress and singer who won hearts with her delightful performances. She became famous for her roles in films like Born Yesterday, where her expressive acting earned her an Academy Award for Best Actress. Judy's sweet and melodic voice made her a favorite on the big screen and on stage, where she starred in several beloved musicals. Her ability to bring both humor and emotion to her roles made her stand out in Hollywood. Judy was adored by fans for her genuine personality and incredible talent. Though her life was sadly short, Judy Holliday's performances left a lasting impression, making her a timeless icon in the world of entertainment. Monty Hall. Monty Hall was more than just a famous sportscaster. He was a versatile entertainer who loved to sing and act. Born in Canada, Monty moved to America, where he became a beloved figure on television. He is best known for hosting the exciting game show Let's Make a Deal, where his friendly personality made every episode fun and memorable. But Monty didn't stop there. He also enjoyed singing and appeared in a few films, showcasing his diverse talents. Throughout his career, Monty received numerous awards for his contributions to television and entertainment. His ability to connect with audiences and bring joy to millions made him a true star. Monty Hall's legacy lives on as a symbol of charm and versatility in the world of entertainment. Regina Resnick. Regina Resnick was a stunning opera singer and talented actress who captivated audiences with her powerful voice and graceful performances. Born in America, Regina excelled in both the world of opera and on the big screen. She performed in many prestigious opera houses, earning praise for her rich mezzo-soprano voice. Regina also appeared in several films and television shows, where her acting skills shone brightly. She received numerous awards for her outstanding performances in both music and acting, making her a celebrated figure in the arts. Regina Resnick's dedication to her craft and her ability to move audiences with her talent left a lasting impact on the entertainment industry. She remains an inspiration to aspiring singers and actors around the world. Theodore Bikel. Theodore Bikel was a remarkable actor, folk singer, and musician who brought stories and songs to life with his unique talents. Born in Austria, Theodore moved to Britain and later to the United States, where he became a beloved figure in theater and music. He was known for his strong stage presence and his ability to portray a wide range of characters in plays and films. Theodore also loved folk music and performed many traditional songs, sharing his passion with audiences everywhere. He received several awards for his work in acting and music, highlighting his versatility and dedication. Theodore Bikel's contributions to the arts made him a cherished artist, and his legacy continues through his memorable performances and heartfelt music. Mel Torme. Mel Torme, often called the Velvet Fog, was a smooth and talented singer and actor who left a lasting mark on jazz and pop music. Born in America, Mel's silky voice and impeccable timing made him a favorite among music lovers. He recorded countless hit songs and performed in many jazz clubs, where his charismatic presence enchanted audiences. Mel also appeared in films and on television, showcasing his acting skills alongside his singing talent. He received numerous awards for his contributions to music, including Grammys and a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Beyond his professional achievements, Mel was known for his warm personality and dedication to mentoring young musicians. Mel Torme's elegant style and musical genius continue to inspire artists and delight fans around the world. Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe was an iconic actress, singer, and model who became one of the most famous stars in Hollywood history. Born in America, Marilyn's beauty and charm made her a beloved figure both on and off the screen. She starred in many classic films like Some Like It Hot and Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, where her playful singing and captivating performances won the hearts of millions. Marilyn's singing talents were showcased in memorable scenes where her voice added magic to her roles. She received numerous awards for her acting, becoming a symbol of glamour and talent. Beyond her career, Marilyn was admired for her kindness and grace, making her a lasting legend in the entertainment world. Her legacy continues to inspire fans and artists alike. Marilyn Tyler. Marilyn Tyler was a beautiful and talented opera singer, known for her powerful voice and stunning performances. Born in America, Marilyn dedicated her life to the art of singing, performing in some of the world's most prestigious opera houses. Her rich soprano voice and emotional delivery made every performance unforgettable. Marilyn starred in numerous operas, captivating audiences with her ability to convey deep emotions through music. She received several awards for her exceptional talent and contributions to the world of opera. Marilyn Tyler's passion for singing and her commitment to her craft made her a celebrated figure in the music community. Her legacy lives on through her inspiring performances and the many lives she touched with her voice. Charlotte Rae. Charlotte Rae was a beloved actress and singer who brought warmth and joy to every role she played. Born in America, Charlotte became a familiar face on both stage and screen. She is best known for her role as Mrs. Garrett on the popular TV show The Facts of Life, where her lovable character became a favorite among viewers. Charlotte also enjoyed singing and performed in various musical productions, showcasing her versatile talents. She received several awards for her outstanding performances, highlighting her impact on television and theater. Beyond her professional achievements, Charlotte was admired for her friendly personality and her dedication to helping others. Charlotte Rae's charming presence and heartfelt performances left a lasting impression on audiences everywhere. Ed Ames. Ed Ames was a talented singer and actor who delighted audiences with his smooth voice and charismatic performances. Born in America, Ed rose to fame as the lead singer of the popular group The Ames Brothers, known for their harmonious tunes and catchy songs. Ed's rich baritone voice made their music a favorite on radio and television during the golden age of entertainment. Beyond singing, Ed also enjoyed acting and appeared in several films and TV shows where his charming presence shone brightly. He received numerous awards for his contributions to music and entertainment, celebrating his versatile talents. Ed Ames was also known for his philanthropic efforts, using his fame to support various charitable causes. His legacy as a beloved singer and actor continues to be remembered fondly by fans around the world. Harry Belafonte. Harry Belafonte was a legendary singer, actor, and activist who used his talents to entertain and inspire change. Born in America, Harry became famous for his smooth voice and vibrant performances in calypso music. His hit song, Day-O, the Banana Boat Song, made him a household name and showcased his ability to blend traditional rhythms with popular music. Harry also enjoyed acting, appearing in numerous films and TV shows where his charismatic presence captivated audiences. Beyond entertainment, Harry was a passionate activist, advocating civil rights and humanitarian causes throughout his life. He received many awards for both his artistic achievements and his dedication to making the world a better place. Harry Belafonte's powerful voice and compassionate heart left a lasting impact on music and society. Eddie Fisher. Eddie Fisher was a charming singer who captured hearts with his smooth voice and romantic songs. Born in America, Eddie became one of the most popular crooners of his time, recording many hit songs that topped the charts. His warm baritone voice and heartfelt performances made him a favorite on radio and television. Eddie also enjoyed acting, appearing in several films where his singing talents were showcased. He received numerous awards for his contributions to music, highlighting his status as a beloved entertainer. Beyond his professional success, Eddie was known for his kind personality and generosity, endearing him to fans and fellow artists alike. Eddie Fisher's timeless music and graceful performances continue to be enjoyed by generations of listeners. Anthony Newley. Anthony Newley was a dynamic British actor, singer-songwriter, and entertainer who left a lasting mark on the world of music and theater. Born in the United Kingdom, Anthony's talent shone brightly in both acting and singing. He starred in numerous West End productions where his powerful voice and charismatic presence captivated audiences. Anthony also enjoyed a successful music career, writing and performing catchy songs that became hits in their own right. Known for his distinctive style and energetic performances, he brought a unique flair to every role he played. Anthony received several awards for his work in theater and music, celebrating his versatile talents. His contributions to entertainment made him a beloved figure, and his legacy continues to inspire artists and fans around the world. Leonard Nimoy. Leonard Nimoy was a beloved actor and talented singer who captured hearts as the iconic Spock in Star Trek. But did you know he also had a passion for music? Leonard released several albums where he sang songs inspired by his character and personal life. His deep, soothing voice made his music unique and memorable. Leonard performed at many concerts, bringing his fans closer to his musical side. He received praise not just for his acting, but also for his musical talents, earning a special place in both Hollywood and music history. Leonard Nimoy's ability to blend acting and singing showed his incredible versatility and left a lasting legacy that fans still celebrate today. Shari Lewis. Shari Lewis was a wonderful ventriloquist, puppeteer, and singer who brought joy to children and families everywhere. She created the lovable puppet Lamb Chop, who became a star on television shows and in live performances. Shari's sweet voice and playful songs made her shows entertaining and educational. She hosted her own TV programs where she sang fun songs, told stories, and taught kids important lessons through her puppets. Shari also recorded several albums, spreading her cheerful music to even more fans. Her talent for combining singing with puppetry made her a beloved figure in entertainment. Shari Lewis's warm personality and creative spirit continue to inspire performers and delight audiences around the world. Tina Louise. Tina Louise is best known for her role as Ginger Grant on the classic TV show Gilligan's Island. But Tina is also a talented singer who has shared her beautiful voice with fans over the years. She performed in musicals and recorded songs that showcase her impressive vocal range and emotional depth. Tina's love for music shines through in her performances, where she brings warmth and passion to every note. She has appeared in various stage productions, combining her acting skills with her singing talents to create unforgettable performances. Tina Louise's dedication to both acting and singing has made her a cherished star, beloved by fans of all ages. Steve Lawrence. Steve Lawrence was a fantastic singer and actor who charmed audiences with his smooth voice and friendly smile. As part of the famous duo Steve and Eydie, he created timeless music that people still love today. Steve performed on Broadway, in films, and on television, showing his versatility as an entertainer. He recorded numerous albums featuring a mix of pop standards and romantic ballads that highlighted his impressive vocal abilities. Steve received many awards for his contributions to music and entertainment, celebrating his long and successful career. Beyond his professional achievements, Steve was known for his warm personality and dedication to his fans. His legacy as a beloved singer and actor continues to inspire and entertain people around the world. Linda Lavin. Linda Lavin is a talented actress and singer who has delighted audiences on stage and screen for decades. She starred in numerous Broadway productions, where her powerful singing and expressive acting brought characters to life. Linda also appeared in popular TV shows and movies, showcasing her versatility and charm. Her musical performances are known for their emotional depth and beautiful melodies, earning her praise from critics and fans alike. Linda received several awards for her work in theater and television, highlighting her incredible talent and dedication. Beyond her performances, Linda is admired for her warm personality and commitment to the arts. Her enduring career continues to inspire aspiring actors and singers everywhere. Lani Kazan. Lainey Kazan is a vibrant actress and singer who has entertained audiences with her lively performances and captivating voice. She starred in numerous Broadway shows where her singing talents and dynamic acting made her a standout performer. Lainey also appeared in many films and television series, bringing her unique charm and energy to every role. Her music spans various genres, from jazz to pop, showcasing her versatile vocal abilities. Lainey received praise for her engaging performances and her ability to connect with audiences on a personal level. Beyond her stage and screen work, she is known for her philanthropic efforts and dedication to supporting the arts. Lainey Kazan's colorful career and passionate performances have made her a beloved figure in the entertainment world. Art Garfunkel. Art Garfunkel is a legendary singer-songwriter known for his beautiful voice and poetic lyrics. As one half of the famous duo Simon and Garfunkel, Art created timeless songs that touched millions of hearts. Their harmonies and meaningful lyrics made hits like Bridge Over Troubled Water and The Sound of Silence classics that are still loved today. Art also enjoyed a successful solo career, releasing albums that showcased his smooth vocal style and heartfelt songwriting. He performed in concerts around the world, bringing his inspiring music to fans everywhere. Art Garfunkel received numerous awards for his contributions to music, celebrating his talent and dedication. His legacy as a gifted singer and songwriter continues to inspire new generations of musicians and music lovers. Paul Simon. Paul Simon is a legendary singer-songwriter whose music has inspired generations. As one half of the iconic duo Simon and Garfunkel, Paul created beautiful songs filled with harmony and meaningful lyrics. Hits like Mrs. Robinson and Scarborough Fair became anthems for music lovers around the world. Paul also had a thriving solo career, exploring different musical styles and collaborating with various artists to create innovative and memorable songs. His ability to blend different genres, from folk to rock to world music, showcases his incredible versatility and creativity. Paul Simon received numerous awards, including Grammys, for his outstanding contributions to music. His thoughtful songwriting and unique sound have left an indelible mark on the music industry, making him a true icon. Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan is one of the most influential singer-songwriters of all time. Known for his powerful lyrics and unique voice, his music has inspired countless artists and touched the hearts of millions with songs like Blowin' in the Wind and Like a Rolling Stone. Bob's ability to tell stories and express deep emotions through his songs has made him a beloved figure in music history. He has explored various musical styles, from folk to rock to blues, always pushing the boundaries of his art. Bob Dylan has received numerous awards, including the Nobel Prize in Literature, for his exceptional songwriting and contributions to culture. His enduring legacy continues to inspire new generations of musicians and fans around the world. Barbra Streisand. Barbra Streisand is a true icon in the world of music and film, known for her incredible voice and captivating performances. She has released countless hit albums and won numerous Grammy Awards for her outstanding singing. Barbra's powerful vocals and emotional delivery make her songs unforgettable, whether she's performing ballads or upbeat tunes. Beyond her music career, she is also a talented actress and filmmaker, starring in films like Funny Girl and Yentl. Barbra has received multiple Oscars and Golden Globes, celebrating her achievements in both music and acting. Her dedication to her craft and her ability to connect with audiences have made her a beloved figure worldwide. Barbra Streisand's remarkable career and enduring talent continue to inspire fans and artists alike. Lou Reed. Lou Reed was a groundbreaking singer and songwriter who changed the music scene with his unique style. Born in America, Lou was best known as the lead singer of the famous rock band The Velvet Underground. His deep, poetic lyrics and cool voice made him stand out from other artists. Lou wrote many songs that explored real-life issues, making his music relatable and thought-provoking. After leaving the band, he had a successful solo career, releasing hits like Walk on the Wild Side. Lou received numerous awards for his innovative music and influence on rock and alternative genres. Besides his singing, Lou was also involved in acting and writing, showing his creative talents in different areas. His contributions to music have left a lasting legacy, inspiring countless musicians and fans around the world. Lou Reed's passion for storytelling through song made him a beloved figure in the world of music. Bonnie Franklin. Bonnie Franklin was a talented actress and singer who charmed audiences with her warm smile and incredible talent. Born in America, Bonnie became famous for her role as Shirley Feeney on the popular TV show One Day at a Time. Her portrayal of a loving and strong mother made her a favorite among viewers. Bonnie also enjoyed singing and performed in various musical productions, showing her versatile talents. She appeared in several movies and other TV shows, where her acting skills shone brightly. Bonnie received awards for her performances, recognizing her dedication and skill. Beyond her career, she was known for her kindness and support of her fans and fellow actors. Bonnie Franklin's delightful performances and genuine personality made her a beloved star who left a lasting impression on the entertainment world. Bette Midler. Bette Midler is a wonderful singer and actress who has been entertaining people for decades. Born in America, Bette became famous for her powerful singing voice and amazing performances. She released many hit songs that topped the charts and performed in concerts all around the world. Bette also starred in popular movies like Beaches and Hocus Pocus, where her acting skills and vibrant personality made her a hit with audiences. She has won several awards, including Grammys and Golden Globes, for her outstanding work in both music and film. Bette is also known for her fun and energetic stage presence, always bringing joy and laughter to her fans. Beyond her entertainment career, she is involved in many charitable causes, using her fame to help others. Bette Midler's talent and heart have made her a beloved figure in the world of music and movies. Daniel Benzali. Daniel Benzali is a skilled actor and singer who has brought many characters to life on stage and screen. Born in America, Daniel appeared in various TV shows and movies, showing his impressive acting range. He is known for his roles in series like Law and Order and L.A. Law, where his strong performances earned him praise from critics and fans alike. Daniel also enjoys singing and has performed in several musical productions, where his smooth voice and engaging presence captivated audiences. He received recognition for his work in both acting and music, highlighting his versatile talents. Daniel Benzali's dedication to his craft and his ability to connect with audiences have made him a respected and beloved figure in the entertainment industry. His contributions continue to inspire new actors and singers who look up to his impressive career. Donald Fagen. Donald Fagen is a talented musician and singer-songwriter, best known as one half of the famous duo Steely Dan. Born in America, Donald co-founded Steely Dan with his friend Walter Becker, and together they created a unique blend of rock, jazz, and pop music. Their songs, like Reelin' in the Years and Do It Again, are known for their catchy melodies and clever lyrics. Donald's smooth voice and keyboard skills made Steely Dan a hit in the 1970s and beyond. After Steely Dan, Donald continued to make music on his own, releasing solo albums that showcased his creative talents. He has received many awards for his work, including Grammy Awards, recognizing his influence on modern music. Donald Fagen's innovative approach to songwriting and his dedication to his craft have made him a respected and influential figure in the music world, inspiring countless musicians and fans alike. Jackie Mason, Borscht Belt comedian and rabbi-turned-satirist, Mason's raspy Yiddish cadence dissected Jewish American life with razor wit. Born Yaakov Moshe Maza in Wisconsin to Orthodox rabbis, he left the pulpit for stand-up, clashing with censorship. His Tony-winning The World According to Me revived Jewish humor's mainstream appeal. Proudly unassimilated, he mocked assimilation. "I'm not a Hebrew, I'm a Jew. Like Jesus, but with better PR." Ad-libbed entire shows, refusing scripts. Ed Asner, deep-voiced character actor, famed as gruff but lovable Lou Grant. Born to Orthodox Lithuanian Jewish immigrants in Kansas City, Asner balanced comedy and drama, later voicing Ups Carl. A vocal activist, he championed unions, Palestinian rights, and Soviet Jews as SAG president, quipping, "I'm a Jew, I can't not fight." He embraced his heritage in The Gathering and Yiddish theater revivals, wore his dad's prayer shawl under Costumes for Luck. Stella Adler, method acting pioneer who reshaped Hollywood's craft. Daughter of Yiddish theater legends Jacob and Sarah Adler, she co-founded the group theater, clashing with Strasberg over emotional memory. Fled World War II, anti-Semitism to train Brando and De Niro, emphasizing imagination. Your talent is in your choices. Though secular, her NYC studio became a haven for Jewish actors exploring identity. The Jewish Wife as anti-fascist protest. Otto Preminger, Austrian Jewish director, who defied Hollywood's rules. Fleeing Nazis in 1935, he became a tyrannical auteur, breaking censorship with The Moon is Blue, An Anatomy of a Murder. His exodus, starring Paul Newman as an Israeli fighter, faced backlash for pro-Zionism. Secular but proud, he joked, "I'm a Jew who makes Christians pay to see sin," discovered Dorothy Dandridge while demanding a black actress who scares whites. Sarah Bernhardt, the divine Sarah, stage icon and original superstar. Born in Paris to a Dutch Jewish courtesan, she hid her heritage but faced anti-Semitism. She revolutionized theater with electric performances in a prosthetic leg after an 1899 amputation. Proudly eccentric, her legacy inspired Jewish actresses like Rachel and Adler. Toured World War I trenches at age 71, performing for soldiers. Larry Hankin, character actor known as That Guy from Seinfeld and Friends. Bronx-born to Ashkenazi parents, he carved a niche playing quirky misfits. A counterculture sculptor, he embraced his Jewish roots in indie films like The Hebrew Hammer, claims he found D.B. Cooper's ransom money in 1980, still unsolved. Madeline Kahn, Tony-winning comedy genius with operatic chops. Though raised Episcopalian, she channeled Jewish humor in Mel Brooks' Young Frankenstein and Blazing Saddles. Brooks called her a Yiddish mama in a blonde wig. Privately, she explored Judaism later in life. Turned down The Muppet Show, Fear of Puppets. Mae West, iconic sex symbol, whose bold persona blurred Jewish-coded humor. Though not Jewish, she collaborated with Jewish writers like Damon Runyon and embraced Yiddish-inflected wit. Films like She Done Him Wrong pushed censorship boundaries with double entendres. Proudly unapologetic, she quipped, "I used to be Snow White, but I drifted." Faced moral outrage for her racy roles. Wrote plays under pseudonyms to bypass censors. Miriam Margolyes, brash British actress, celebrated for Harry Potter as Professor Sprout and The Age of Innocence. Born to Jewish parents, she's vocal about her heritage, calling Judaism a culture of argument. Won a BAFTA for Little Shop of Horrors. Openly queer, she blends Jewish humor with activism. "I'm a loud Jew, it's genetic." Hosts a podcast about swearing. Stanley Kubrick, visionary filmmaker behind 2001, A Space Odyssey and The Shining. Born to Austrian, Romanian Jewish parents in New York City, his work explored existential dread and dehumanization. Though secular, themes of persecution in Spartacus and interest in Schindler's List reflected his roots. Notoriously reclusive, he quipped, "I'm not a Jew, I'm a director," but they're both paranoid. Played chess for cash as a teen. Sylvia Miles, scene-stealing character actress with 2 Oscar nods. Bronx-born to Jewish parents, she embodied gritty New York charm. Flamboyant and unfiltered, she once dumped a plate of food on critic John Simon. Cult status grew with campy horror. Collected thrift store fur coats. Ron Moody, British stage legend immortalized as Fagin in Oliver, a role he called "my Jewish Dickensian Mensch." Born Ronald Mudnik to Lithuanian, Russian Jewish parents, he nearly turned down the part over anti-Semitism concerns, but won a Golden Globe. Also a composer and author, he wrote children's books with moral themes. Could recite Shakespeare in Yiddish. Robert Klein, stand-up trailblazer blending neurotic wit with musical flair. Raised in a Bronx Jewish household, he mined his upbringing for HBO specials. Hosted Saturday Night Live's first season and influenced Seinfeld. Proudly secular but culturally tied. I'm Jew-ish, like gefilte fish, best served with horseradish. Sang opera arias mid-routine. Mel Blanc. The man of 1,000 voices behind Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, and Barney Rubble. Portland-born to Russian Jewish parents, he survived a 1961 car crash while voicing Bugs lines to doctors. His catchphrases became cultural shorthand. Buried with "That's all folks" are on his tombstone. Could sneeze in 12 different cartoon voices. Tom Bosley, genial everyman whose warm presence lit up television screens. from the nostalgic streets of Happy Days to Broadway's tender stories. Born in Chicago to a Jewish family, his approachable charm offered comfort in an era of changing cultural tides. Though his roles were gentle, his wit was razor-sharp, proving that a kind heart could be as cutting as satire. Famously improvised heartfelt ad-libs that made him feel like a warm, living family member on set. Joan Rivers, blunt and brilliant, Rivers redefined stand-up with a ferocity that spared no one, not even herself. Born into a Jewish family in Brooklyn, she shattered glass ceilings with biting one-liners and an unapologetic approach to celebrity culture. Whether on the red carpet or in intimate clubs, her humor was a scalpel dissecting fame and fashion alike. Once quipped, she'd roast a whole room full of celebrities before breakfast, leaving laughter in her wake. Mel Brooks, the maestro of madcap mischief who turned satire into an art form. Born Melvin Kaminsky in Brooklyn to a Jewish family, his films, from The Producers to Blazing Saddles, blended slapstick with sharp cultural commentary. Unafraid to tickle both sacred and secular sensibilities, he celebrated his heritage through irreverent humor that resonated across generations. Often credited his bursts of genius to dancing along to Yiddish tunes in his dressing room. Sylvester Stallone, the iconic tough guy whose muscles and words defined action cinema. Although not of Jewish heritage, born to an Italian-American family, Stallone's narrative of grit and redemption has often found echoes in Jewish storytelling traditions of perseverance against all odds. His films, from Rocky to Rambo, channel a raw underdog spirit, a shared sentiment with those who've long celebrated survival and resilience. Famously improvised his signature growl during filming, a moment that became a legend on set. Werner Klemperer, unforgettable as the bumbling yet cunning Colonel Klink. Klemperer's career was steeped in the irony of his past. A German-born actor with deep Jewish roots, he escaped the horrors of Nazism only to wield humor as a weapon against fascist absurdity. His performance in Hogan's Heroes turned historical pain into clever repartee, reminding audiences that laughter can be a form of defiance. Maintained a personal collection of wartime memorabilia as a bittersweet nod to his resilient past. Lawrence Harvey, the dashing leading man whose enigmatic allure graced both European and American screens. Hailing from a Jewish background in South Africa, Harvey's cool, conflicted charm shone in films like Room at the Top and The Manchurian Candidate. His subtle yet powerful performances captured the tension of post-war modernity, blending melancholy with magnetic screen presence. His trademark enigmatic smile once inspired an impromptu on-set monologue that became cult lore among co-stars. Herb Edelman, beloved character actor, whose gentle humor made him a staple from Broadway to the small screen. Born in New York to a Jewish family, Edelman's everyman roles in shows like The Golden Girls resonated with authenticity and warmth. With a soft-spoken charm and a twinkle in his eye, he turned simple lines into memorable moments of wit and wisdom. Known to break into spontaneous, off-script quips during rehearsals, his laughter was as contagious as his kindness. Maury Amsterdam, the quick-witted pioneer of TV comedy whose sharp delivery and impeccable timing lit up screens in an era of evolving humor. Raised in Chicago by a Jewish family, Amsterdam's work on The Dick Van Dyke Show bridged the vaudevillian traditions of old New York with modern television's snappy banter. His legacy is one of bold humor and gentle irreverence, a true craftsman of the punchline. Renowned for ad-libbing entire scenes in Yiddish, his impromptu humor still echoes among comedy aficionados. Richard Klein, the suave television charmer whose crisp one-liners lit up living rooms. Born into a vibrant Jewish household, Klein's quick wit made him a standout on shows like Three's Company. Balancing polished performance with a spark of improvisation, his banter was as incisive as it was warm. Famously turned unscripted mishaps into moments of pure comedic gold on set. Eva Gabor, elegant and effervescent. Eva embodied old-world glamour with a modern twist. Born in Hungary to a distinguished Jewish family, her sophisticated accent and playful humor enchanted audiences, most memorably as the adored The Nanny. She effortlessly bridged European charm with American wit, celebrating her heritage with every sparkling remark. Claimed that her secret to grace was a nightly ritual of Hungarian spa treatments. Art Garfunkel, the mellifluous muse whose soulful voice captured a generation's yearning. Born in Queens to a working-class Jewish family, Garfunkel's poetic ballads with Simon resonated with introspection and cultural pride. His music, imbued with gentle melancholy, remains a timeless ode to resilience and heritage. Often scribbled impromptu lyrics on napkins during live shows, turning backstage moments into musical epiphanies. Louise Rayner, screen royalty, whose luminous talent defined Hollywood's golden era. Born in Dusseldorf to a Jewish family, Rayner broke barriers as the first actress to win back-to-back Oscars, merging classical poise with raw emotion. Her career, marked by exile and triumph, stood as a testament to the resilience of her heritage. Known to whisper ancient Yiddish proverbs between takes, lending each scene an extra touch of old-world wisdom. David Geffen, the mogul maestro whose shrewd vision reshaped the entertainment landscape. Hailing from a humble Jewish background in Brooklyn, Geffen built an empire by championing groundbreaking films, music, and theater, with both business acumen and cultural pride. Once sealed a multi-million-dollar deal over a shared bowl of matzo ball soup, an unconventional recipe for success. Doris Roberts, the indomitable screen matriarch whose nurturing wit graced countless roles. Born into a Jewish family in New Jersey, Roberts' performances radiated warmth and subtle humor, from commanding roles on television to heartfelt character parts. Her presence bridged generations with a gentle, yet unmistakably sharp, wit. Collected vintage Yiddish theater playbills, which she claimed were secret sources of inspiration on set. Louise Lasser, a trailblazing maverick whose offbeat charm redefined television drama. Born to a Jewish family in Brooklyn, Lasser's work on Mary Hartman melded surreal humor with incisive social commentary. Her fearless approach turned everyday absurdities into avant-garde art, echoing the renegade spirit of her roots. Once delivered an impromptu monologue in Yiddish at a rap party, much to the delight of her eclectic fans. Piper Laurie, a captivating screen siren whose luminous performances range from ethereal to edge of your seat. Born to a Jewish family in Detroit, Laurie enchanted audiences with spellbinding roles in films like Carrie and timeless classics. Her dynamic portrayals blended the supernatural with profound humanity, reflecting the multifaceted legacy of her heritage. Known for softly reciting classic Jewish lullabies during quiet moments on set, adding an air of mystique to her process. Leonard Goldberg, the visionary producer whose bold instincts shaped television and film history. Born in New York to a Jewish family, Goldberg crafted a legacy of innovative productions that span genres, from epic dramas to groundbreaking comedies. His work redefined entertainment's boundaries with an unapologetic embrace of his cultural root. Once joked that his production meetings were as spirited as a family seder, full of debate, laughter, and a touch of tradition. Art Metrano, the acerbic comic whose mischievous gags lit up late-night screens. Born into a Jewish family in Brooklyn, Metrano carved out a niche with his expressive physical humor and sly one-liners that balanced playful absurdity with a wink to tradition. Famously ad-libbed pratfalls that left directors both exasperated and amused. John Banner, the unforgettable character actor best known for his role as the bumbling Sergeant Schultz on Hogan's Heroes. An Austrian-born Jew who escaped Europe's dark chapters, Banner transformed painful history into a gentle, wry resistance. His trademark, "I know nothing," became a defiant catchphrase. Kept a small stash of Yiddish proverbs in his dressing room for spur-of-the-moment inspiration. Robert Downey Sr., the offbeat filmmaker whose anarchic vision paved new roads in independent cinema. Though not Jewish by birth, his avant-garde sensibilities meshed seamlessly with the irreverent humor cherished in Jewish artistic circles. His boundary-pushing projects reflected a maverick spirit that celebrated creativity without limits. Once reportedly shot an entire scene on a shoestring budget, using leftover props from a Yiddish theater production. Fred Zinnemann, the meticulous director whose precise storytelling elevated classics like High Noon and From Here to Eternity. Born in Vienna to a Jewish family, Zinnemann's career was marked by a dedication to truth and humanity. His films a study in moral clarity and dramatic restraint, known to scribble insightful film notes on scraps of Yiddish newspaper, infusing every frame with a touch of cultural legacy. Errol Morris, the daring documentarian whose unconventional style reshaped the art of nonfiction storytelling. While his heritage isn't the centerpiece of his work, Morris's inquisitive spirit and offbeat humor echo the Yiddish tradition of questioning authority and unmasking absurdity. His films, rich in quirky detail and profound inquiry, challenge viewers to look beyond the obvious. Often begins interviews with an offhand, wry remark that sets a conspiratorial, irreverent tone. Peter Riegert, the gritty everyman whose roles in cult classics and urban dramas capture a resilient spirit. Raised in a Jewish household in New Jersey, Riegert brings an earthy authenticity and a sardonic edge to every performance. From mobster tales to heartfelt dramedies, has a penchant for slipping Yiddish idioms into his dialogue during off-camera moments, much to his co-star's delight. David Proval, the rugged character actor whose presence in gritty dramas and crime sagas echoes the raw intensity of New York's underbelly. With deep Jewish roots grounding his persona, Proval's performances bring a blend of streetwise toughness and wry humor reminiscent of classic Yiddish storytelling. Believes that every successful take begins with a secret family joke whispered in a blend of English and Yiddish. Tony Randall, the erudite humorist whose sophisticated wit shone through in roles that combined intellect with impeccable timing. Born into a Jewish family in New York, Randall's career spanned stage, film, and television, each performance laced with a sharp, cultured repartee that celebrated his heritage. Famously hosted impromptu, debate-style Seder salons on set, where film trivia met Jewish lore. Paulette Goddard, the beguiling screen siren whose luminous charm and daring roles captured the imagination of Golden Age audiences. Though her heritage was often overshadowed by her dazzling on-screen persona, Goddard's subtle wit and European panache resonated with the old-world sensibilities of Yiddish theater. Rumored to have hidden playful caricatures of herself in the background of several films, a nod to her secret love for self-parody. Peter Lorre, the enigmatic character actor whose wide, sorrowful eyes and quivering voice became a Hollywood signature. Born Laszlo Lowenstein in Austria-Hungary to a Jewish family, Lorre's portrayals, ranging from sinister villains to quirky sidekicks, wove melancholy with mystery. His whispered delivery of offbeat lines left audiences both unsettled and charmed. Sherry Lansing, the savvy studio executive whose razor-sharp business acumen redefined Hollywood's boardrooms. With roots steeped in a Jewish upbringing in New York, Lansing broke glass ceilings, steering blockbuster hits while subtly celebrating her cultural heritage. Claimed that her best production ideas often came during late-night Seder brainstorms with trusted colleagues. Al Lewis, the unforgettable character actor whose bombastic energy and signature catchphrases lit up television. Born to Romanian Jewish parents in New York, Lewis embodied the raw, exuberant spirit of his heritage, most memorably as the lovable curmudgeon in classic sitcoms. Believed his every performance was blessed by a good dose of old-world Yiddish humor. Alfie Bass, the irreverent British thespian whose quicksilver turns on stage and screen captured audiences with every mischievous glance. Rooted in a Jewish background, Bass's portrayals mixed cheeky humor with an undercurrent of heartfelt earnestness. Often recounted backstage anecdotes in a blend of Cockney and Yiddish that left fellow actors in stitches. Leon Askin, the commanding presence known for his role as the scheming yet endearing colonel on Hogan's Heroes. An Austrian-born Jew who escaped the ravages of war, Askin turned his personal history into a canvas for wit and quiet defiance against tyranny. Maintained a secret notebook of Yiddish expressions that he'd casually drop into rehearsals for good measure. Abe Vigoda, the gruff yet tender veteran whose gravelly voice and subtle humor made him a fixture of film and television. Born to a Jewish family in New York, Vigoda's offbeat delivery, whether as a mobster or a mentor, became an indelible part of his legacy. Famously claimed his best lines were delivered while he was half asleep, attributing it to a Jewish dream state. Jeroen Krabbe, the chameleon of European cinema whose refined performances bridged Hollywood blockbusters and art house masterpieces. While his Jewish heritage may be less heralded, Krabbe's work often echoes the introspection and resilience of a storied cultural legacy. Known to spontaneously switch between languages during interviews, leaving directors and fans delightfully perplexed. Cecil B. DeMille, spectacle visionary whose epic biblical productions redefined Hollywood's grandeur. Though not born Jewish, he frequently partnered with Jewish talent to turn scriptural sagas into cinematic blockbusters. His booming action was as legendary as his oversized set pieces. Saul Rubinek, versatile Canadian actor and director, celebrated for cerebral wit and offbeat charm. Born to Jewish parents in Toronto, Rubinek's performances mix intellectual savvy with a playful irreverence. He's known to break character with a razor-sharp, tongue-in-cheek quip mid-scene. Ben Stein, icon of deadpan humor, whose monotone delivery in classics like Ferris Bueller's Day Off turned silence into comedic gold. Raised in a Jewish household, Stein's dry wit and keen commentary have made him an enduring cult figure. His famously flat delivery once spawned a case study in the art of understatement. Chaim Topol, the unforgettable Tevye from Fiddler on the Roof, whose heartfelt performance bridged tradition with modern humor. Born in Tel Aviv, Topol captured Jewish life with equal parts warmth and wit. Despite his iconic mustache, he claimed his best lines came from soft whispers backstage. Barbara Bain, mesmerizing star of Mission, Impossible, whose on-screen poise enchanted audiences worldwide. Though not born Jewish, her long association with Hollywood's Jewish creative circles enriched her career with innovative roles and a dash of mystery. She was notorious for spontaneously improvising entire spy sequences, leaving directors equal parts astonished and amused. Vic Morrow, rugged screen presence whose intense roles etched him into Hollywood lore. While his Jewish roots sparked debate, his collaborations with Jewish filmmakers and uncompromising energy on screen made him a memorable force. He stubbornly insisted on performing his own stunts, even those on the razor's edge of danger. Jeffrey Tambor, transformative actor whose eclectic roles span from befuddled bureaucrats to eccentric mentors. Born to Jewish parents, Tambor blends subtle satire with emotional depth in every performance. He once turned a simple sneeze into an impromptu, award-worthy soliloquy during filming. Scott Glenn, commanding actor known for his brooding intensity and rugged charm. Though not of Jewish descent by birth, his deep ties with Hollywood's Jewish storytellers helped shape his diverse career. Rumor has it he once improvised a lengthy monologue on set that left the entire crew in awe of his raw, uncharted depth. Peter Falk, the indelible Columbo, whose rumpled trench coat and sly demeanor transformed detective work into an art form. Born to Jewish parents in New York, Falk's wry humor and incisive charm resonated across generations. His off-script asides often became the secret gems that fans cherished long after the show ended. Jack Benny, the consummate comic who mastered timing and deadpan delivery, enchanted radio and television alike. Born Benjamin Kubelski, his self-deprecating humor and violin faux passion made him a household name. He'd often quip, "I'm a Jew who's been laughing all his life," turning every pause into a punchline. His trademark pause became as legendary as his jokes. Shemp Howard, one of the original Three Stooges, delivered manic slapstick with an off-the-cuff verve. Born into a Jewish family, his spontaneous antics and irreverent gags broke the mold of conventional comedy. He'd joke, "I'm here to make you laugh, no script required," proving that chaos could be an art form. His wildly expressive face and impeccable timing became his signature. Herb Alpert, the trumpet virtuoso and record mogul, redefined smooth with a splash of Latin flair. Born to a Jewish family in Los Angeles, he soared to stardom with the Tijuana Brass, blending soulful brass with pop genius. He once mused, "I'm a Jew who plays my way through life, bridging cultures with every note." Legend has it that his lucky trumpet once played itself during a live set. Jack Klugman. Jack Klugman, the gruff yet endearing star of The Odd Couple and Quincy M.E., captivated audiences with his everyman charm. Born in Chicago to Jewish immigrant parents, he effortlessly balanced humor and pathos on screen. He'd remark, "I'm a Jew who's learned that life's too short to be serious," leaving viewers both moved and amused. He always sported a distinctive hat on set, a nod to his lucky charm. Michael Mann. Michael Mann, the visionary director with a penchant for gritty, atmospheric storytelling, redefined the crime drama. Born in Chicago to a Jewish family, his cinematic masterpieces, Heat and The Last of the Mohicans among them, reflected a relentless quest for detail and authenticity. He once noted, "I'm a Jew who sees beauty in chaos, merging precision with passion." Known for obsessively color-coding every script revision, his attention to detail was almost legendary. Zsa Zsa Gabor. Zsa Zsa Gabor, the dazzling Hungarian ingenue-turned socialite, charmed Hollywood with her glamorous wit and effervescent style. Born into a Jewish family, her larger-than-life persona and cheeky catchphrase, "I am a marvelous woman," turned every appearance into a spectacle. Her dramatic entrances, often in fur coats and with a trail of diamond-sprinkled perfume, became her signature move. Monty Hall. Monty Hall, the magnetic host of Let's Make a Deal, transformed chance into charm with every unpredictable twist. Born in Canada to Jewish parents, his engaging on-stage banter and knack for turning every offer into entertainment earned him a special place in TV history. He'd say, "I'm a Jew. Luck is in my blood," proving that fortune favors the bold. Always seen with his lucky charm in hand, a nod to his roots and ever-present good fortune. Marty Feldman. Marty Feldman, the brilliantly quirky British comic with eyes as expressive as his humor, redefined absurdity on screen. Born to a Jewish family in London, his outrageous features and anarchic timing shone in cult classics like Young Frankenstein. He often declared, "I'm a Jew whose eyes say it all," leaving audiences both baffled and delighted. His unmistakable ocular expressions often stole the scene, even in silence. Larry King. Larry King, the iconic talk show host with a gift for incisive conversation, made the art of the interview a cultural staple. Born Lawrence Harvey in Brooklyn to a Jewish family, his rapid-fire questions and unflappable style brought luminaries and legends together. He'd remark, "I'm a Jew. Questions come naturally," turning dialogue into destiny. His signature suspenders and trademark mutton chops became as much a part of his identity as his probing queries. Billy Joel. Billy Joel, the piano man whose melodies capture the spirit of New York, spun everyday tales into timeless tunes. Born in the Bronx to a Jewish family, his rock ballads and wry lyrics resonated with generations. With a nod to his roots, he quipped, "I'm a Jew who writes the soundtrack of life," immortalizing the city's heartbeat. Known for impromptu concerts that sparked spontaneous fan gatherings, his live shows were as unpredictable as his riffs. Maya Deren. Avant-garde filmmaker and poetic visionary, 1917 to 1961, who wove dreams into celluloid. Born Eleonora Derenkowska to Ukrainian Jewish immigrants, she broke cinematic conventions with surreal narratives and dance-like editing in classics like Meshes of the Afternoon. She once mused, "I'm a Jew choreographing the subconscious." Known for her midnight film experiments that blur reality with dreamscapes. Marion Seldes, commanding stage actress with a voice that carried both gravitas and wit. Born to Jewish immigrants, Seldes lit up Broadway and off-Broadway with fearless roles that captured the human spirit. Ever the consummate thespian, she quipped, "I'm a Jew who embodies every nuance of life on stage." Her secret habit of annotating vintage scripts turned her personal library into a treasure trove of theatrical lore. Michael Bennett, revolutionary director and choreographer, 1943 to 1987, whose visionary work on Broadway redefined musical theater. Born into a Jewish family, Bennett's masterful direction in A Chorus Line brought raw emotion and precision to the stage. He famously remarked, "I'm a Jew who dances with life's complexities." Known to break into impromptu tap routines backstage, igniting bursts of inspiration among his cast. Judith Malina, fearless radical actress and co-founder of the Living Theater, whose work defied convention. Born to a Jewish family, Malina fused art and activism to create performances that challenged societal norms. With a bold spirit, she declared, "I'm a Jew who speaks truth on every stage," frequently transformed unexpected public spaces into impromptu stages, turning everyday life into performance art. David Graham, versatile voice actor whose resonant tones brought countless animated characters to vivid life. Raised in a Jewish household, Graham lent his voice to legends in animation and captivated audiences with every character he embodied. He often joked, "I'm a Jew giving voices a new life, one character at a time," celebrated for recording entire dialogues in a single marathon session, a true feat of vocal stamina. Red Buttons, beloved comedian and Oscar-winning actor, known for his affable charm and impeccable timing. Born to Jewish parents, Buttons blended physical comedy with razor-sharp wit on stage and screen. He'd often quip, "I'm a Jew who finds laughter even in the darkest corners." His lightning-fast live retorts became the stuff of legend, leaving audiences roaring with delight. Marcia Strassman, captivating actress whose expressive performances lit up film and television, notably in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Born into a Jewish family, Strassman charmed viewers with her blend of sophistication and humor. Ever playful, she once joked, "I'm a Jew who shrinks expectations and magnifies dreams." Renowned for her spontaneous, heartfelt improvisations that often stole the scene on set. Bob Balaban. Bob Balaban is one of our most versatile entertainers. Born in Chicago in 1945, Bob began his career in the late 1960s with roles in films like Midnight Cowboy and Catch-22. His breakthrough came with the iconic role in Close Encounters of the Third Kind, where he played David Laughlin, showcasing his extraordinary range as a performer. Bob has appeared in over 100 films and television shows throughout his career, including The Grand Budapest Hotel, Moonrise Kingdom, and Asteroid City. Beyond acting, he's also worked as a producer and writer, contributing to films like Gosford Park. Bob's work has created space for authentic Jewish experiences to be seen and celebrated on screen, and he continues to mentor younger actors while contributing to charitable causes in the Jewish community. Henry Winkler. Henry Winkler was born in New York City in 1945. Henry's career skyrocketed in the 1970s when he portrayed Fonzie in the beloved television series Happy Days, a role that made him a household name and cultural icon. His performance as the leather-jacketed, motorcycle-riding character captured the hearts of audiences across America. Henry has appeared in numerous films and television shows throughout his career, including The Fortune Cookie, Night Shift, and Arrested Development. In recent years, he's gained critical acclaim for his role in Barry, earning Golden Globe and Screen Actors Guild Awards. Beyond acting, Henry has worked as a director and producer, and he's an advocate for dyslexia awareness, having written children's books about growing up with learning differences. Anthony Heald. Anthony Heald is a respected character actor known for his distinctive voice and presence on screen. Born in New York City in 1945, Anthony began his career in the 1970s with stage work before transitioning to film and television. His breakthrough came with the role of Senator Paul Krendler in The Silence of the Lambs, showcasing his ability to portray complex characters with nuance. Anthony has appeared in numerous films and television shows throughout his career, including The Good Son, The Client, and the TV series 24. Beyond acting, he's also worked as a voice actor and has contributed to the entertainment industry through his versatile performances. Anthony's work has created space for authentic Jewish experiences to be seen and celebrated on screen, and he continues to mentor younger actors while contributing to charitable causes in the Jewish community. Barbra Streisand. At 83 years young, Barbra Streisand stands as one of the most accomplished and influential entertainers of our time. Born in Brooklyn, New York in 1942, Barbara began her career in the early 1960s with her iconic voice and distinctive acting style. Her breakthrough came with the starring role in the Broadway musical Funny Girl, which later became a film that showcased her extraordinary range as a performer. Barbara has won multiple Academy Awards, including Best Actress for Funny Girl, and has appeared in over 30 films throughout her career, including The Way We Were, A Star is Born, and Meet the Fockers. Beyond acting, she's also worked as a director and producer, becoming one of the first female directors to win a Golden Globe for Yentl. Barbara's work has created space for authentic Jewish experiences to be seen and celebrated on screen, and she continues to advocate for various social causes while contributing to charitable organizations supporting Jewish heritage and women's health. David Steinberg. David Steinberg is a respected comedian, actor, and director known for his sharp wit and distinctive comedic style. Born in Montreal, Canada in 1936, David began his career in the 1960s as a stand-up comedian, eventually transitioning to television and film. His breakthrough came with his appearances on The Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour, showcasing his extraordinary ability to blend social commentary with humor. David has appeared in numerous films and television shows throughout his career, including The Producers, Silk Stockings, and Curb Your Enthusiasm. Beyond performing, he's also worked as a director and producer, contributing to the comedy landscape through his production company. David's work has created space for authentic Jewish comedic voices to be seen and celebrated on screen, and he continues to mentor younger comedians while contributing to charitable causes in the Jewish community. Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford stands as one of the most iconic and influential actors of our time. Born in Chicago, Illinois in 1942, Harrison began his career in the early 1970s with small roles before skyrocketing to fame as Han Solo in Star Wars and Indiana Jones in the namesake franchise. His performance as the roguish yet charming characters captured the hearts of audiences worldwide. Harrison has appeared in numerous films throughout his career, including Blade Runner, The Fugitive, and Air Force One. Beyond acting, he's also an environmental activist, serving as the inaugural vice chair of Conservation International since 1991. Harrison's work has created space for authentic Jewish experiences to be seen and celebrated on screen, particularly through his portrayal of Jewish characters and his advocacy for social causes. He continues to contribute to charitable organizations, supporting Jewish heritage while maintaining his status as a cinematic legend. Zoe Wanamaker. Zoe Wanamaker remains a distinguished actress known for her work across stage and screen. Born in New York City on May 13, 1949, Zoe is the daughter of Canadian actress Charlotte Holland and American actor Sam Wanamaker, who played a pivotal role in preserving theatrical heritage through his work with Shakespeare's Globe Theatre in London. Zoe began her career with the Royal Shakespeare Company in the 1970s, earning Olivier Awards for her performances in Once in a Lifetime and Elektra. Her breakthrough came with her role as Susan Harper in the long-running BBC sitcom My Family, showcasing her extraordinary range as a performer. Zoe has appeared in numerous films and television shows throughout her career, including Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, Doctor Who, and Britannia. Beyond acting, she's also worked as a voice artist, bringing characters to life in various animated productions. Zoe's work has created space for authentic Jewish experiences to be seen and celebrated on screen, particularly through her portrayal of complex characters with depth and nuance. She continues to contribute to theatrical heritage while maintaining her status as a respected actress in both British and American entertainment industries. Neil Sedaka. Neil Sedaka stands as one of the most influential singer-songwriters of the 20th century. Born in Brooklyn, New York, on March 13, 1939, Neil grew up in a Jewish household with Lebanese and Ashkenazi heritage. His musical journey began at the Juilliard School of Music's preparatory division, where he developed his exceptional piano skills. Neil's breakthrough came in the late 1950s when he signed with RCA Victor and released hits like Calendar Girl and Happy Birthday, Sweet 16, establishing him as a teen idol. Neil has released over 30 albums throughout his career, and has written numerous songs for other artists, including Breaking Up Is Hard to Do and Laughter in the Rain. When the British invasion changed the American music landscape, Neil adapted by moving to England in the early 1970s, where he found continued success with hits like Solitaire. Beyond music, Neil has appeared in various television shows and films, showcasing his acting abilities. His work has created space for authentic Jewish voices in the music industry, and he continues to perform and contribute to charitable causes supporting Jewish communities worldwide. Scott Glenn. At 86 years young, Scott Glenn remains a respected character actor, known for his intense performances and distinctive presence on screen. Born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on January 26, 1939, Scott grew up with Irish and Native American roots. His early life was marked by health challenges, including a year-long battle with scarlet fever, which he overcame through rigorous training. Scott began his career after serving in the U.S. Marine Corps and working briefly as a news reporter, eventually finding his way to acting classes to improve his dialogue skills. Scott's breakthrough came with his role in the 1975 film Nashville, followed by memorable performances in Apocalypse Now and The Right Stuff, where he portrayed astronaut Alan Shepard. His career highlights include roles in The Silence of the Lambs, The Bourne Ultimatum, and the HBO series The Leftovers. Scott converted to Judaism when he married Carol Schwartz in 1968, and together they have raised two children who have also entered the entertainment industry. His work has created space for authentic portrayals of Jewish characters in film and television, and he continues to contribute to the industry while maintaining his status as a versatile character actor. Linda Marsh. At 84 years young, Linda Marsh remained a respected character actress known for her distinctive voice and presence on screen. Born in New York City in 1941, Linda began her career in the 1960s with stage work before transitioning to film and television. Her breakthrough came with her role as Mrs. Robinson in The Graduate, 1967, showcasing her ability to portray complex characters with nuance. Linda has appeared in numerous films and television shows throughout her career, including Rosemary's Baby, The Stepford Wives, and The Good Wife. Beyond acting, she's also worked as a voice artist, bringing characters to life in various animated productions. Linda's work has created space for authentic Jewish experiences to be seen and celebrated on screen, and she continues to contribute to theatrical heritage while maintaining her status as a respected actress in both British and American entertainment industries. Louise Lasser. At 86 years young, Louise Lasser stands as a pioneering actress, writer, and performing arts teacher who has made significant contributions to American entertainment. Born in New York City on April 11, 1939, Louise grew up in a Jewish household and studied at Brandeis University, where she earned a political science degree before pursuing her theatrical career. Her early years were marked by personal tragedies, including her parents' suicides, which influenced her artistic development. Louise's breakthrough came with her marriage to Woody Allen in 1966 and subsequent roles in his films like Take the Money and Run and Bananas, where she developed her distinctive comedic voice. Her most iconic role came in 1976 with the satirical soap opera Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman, for which she received critical acclaim. Beyond acting, Louise has worked as a television writer and performing arts teacher, mentoring numerous young artists. Her work has created space for authentic Jewish voices in the entertainment industry, and she continues to contribute to charitable causes supporting Jewish arts and education. Ron Rifkin. At 87 years young, Ron Rifkin remains one of America's most distinguished character actors, known for his intense performances and versatility across stage and screen. Born in New York City in 1938, Ron grew up in a Jewish household and began his career with the American Shakespeare Festival before transitioning to Broadway, where he earned Tony Award nominations for his work in Cabaret and Broken Glass. Ron's breakthrough in film came with his role as Mr. Magoo in the 1986 film The Money Pit, followed by memorable performances in The Russia House and The Crucible. His television career includes prominent roles in Alias and The Good Wife. Beyond acting, Ron has worked as a director and producer, contributing to the theatrical community through his work with various theater companies. His work has created space for authentic Jewish experiences to be seen and celebrated on screen, and he continues to mentor younger actors while contributing to charitable causes in the Jewish community. Elliott Gould. At 87 years young, Elliott Gould stands as one of the most influential actors of his generation, known for his distinctive voice and charismatic screen presence. Born Elliott Goldstein in Brooklyn, New York, on August 29, 1938, Elliott grew up in a Jewish household with immigrant roots from Romania, Belarus, and Russia. His career began in the 1960s with stage work before transitioning to film, where his breakthrough came with the Oscar-nominated role in Bob and Carol and Ted and Alice, 1969, and his portrayal of Captain's Trapper John McIntyre in MASH, 1970. Elliott has appeared in numerous iconic films throughout his career, including The Long Goodbye, California Split, Bugsy, and the Oceans film series where he played Ruben Tishkoff. His television work includes 6 appearances hosting Saturday Night Live and recurring roles in Friends and Ray Donovan. Beyond acting, Elliott has worked as a producer and voice actor, contributing to animated series like Kim Possible. His work has created space for authentic Jewish voices in the entertainment industry, and he continues to perform and contribute to charitable causes supporting Jewish communities worldwide. Ralph Bakshi. At 87 years young, Ralph Bakshi remains a pioneering figure in animation, known for his groundbreaking adult-oriented animated films. Born on October 29, 1938, in Haifa, British Mandate of Palestine, to a Krimchak Jewish family, Ralph immigrated to the United States as a child and grew up in Brooklyn. His career began at Terrytoons as a kel polisher, before rising to animator and director. Ralph founded Bakshi Productions in 1968 and made his feature film debut with Fritz the Cat, 1972, the first animated film to receive an X rating and the most successful independent animated feature of all time. His notable works include Wizards, 1977, The Lord of the Rings, 1978, American Pop, 1981, and Fire and Ice, 1983. Ralph's work has created space for alternative voices in animation, and he continues to influence animators worldwide through his innovative approach to the medium. Dustin Hoffman. At 86 years young, Dustin Hoffman stands as one of the most versatile and acclaimed actors of his generation. Born on August 8, 1937, in Los Angeles, California, Dustin began his career on stage before transitioning to film with his debut in The Tiger Makes Out, 1967. His breakthrough came with The Graduate, 1967, followed by iconic roles in Midnight Cowboy, 1969, Little Big Man, 1970, and All the President's Men, 1976. Dustin has won 2 Academy Awards for Kramer vs. Kramer, 1979, and Rain Man, 1988, and has been nominated for 5 additional Oscars. His recent work includes The Meyerowitz Stories, 2017, and Megalopolis, 2024. Beyond acting, Dustin voiced Master Shifu in the Kung Fu Panda film series and made his directorial debut with Quartet, 2012. His work has created space for authentic Jewish experiences in film, particularly through his portrayal of complex characters with emotional depth. Steven Berkoff. At 86 years young, Steven Berkoff remains a distinctive character actor known for his intense physical presence and provocative theatrical style. Born on August 3, 1937, in Stepney, East End of London, Steven studied drama in London and mime in Paris before beginning his career in traditional British theater. His breakthrough came with roles in theater productions like Franz Kafka, The Metamorphosis, 1969, and In the Penal Colony, 1969. Steven is perhaps best known for his villainous film roles, including General Orloff in Octopussy, 1983, Victor Maitland in Beverly Hills Cop, 1984, and Laton Colum Podovsky in Rambo, First Blood Part 2, 1985. His theater work has been equally influential, with plays like East, Greek, and Kvetch, showcasing his distinctive Berkovian style, that combines physical theater, expressionism, and Brechtian techniques. Stevens' work has created space for alternative theatrical voices and has influenced countless performers through his innovative approach to acting and storytelling. Walter Koenig. At 89 years young, Walter Koenig remains a beloved figure in science fiction and theater circles. Born on September 14, 1936, in Chicago to Jewish immigrants from Lithuania, Walter began his career on stage before transitioning to television and film. His breakthrough came with the role of Pavel Chekhov in Star Trek: The Original Series, 1966 to 1969, which made him a sci-fi icon and allowed him to showcase his distinctive Russian accent and charismatic personality. Walter has appeared in numerous films and television shows throughout his career, including the first 7 Star Trek films, Babylon 5, and Moontrap. Beyond acting, he's also worked as a writer, director, and teacher, contributing to the entertainment industry through his work with various theater companies and educational institutions. Walter's work has created space for authentic Jewish experiences to be seen and celebrated on screen, particularly through his portrayal of complex characters with depth and nuance. He continues to contribute to theatrical heritage while maintaining his status as a respected actor in both American and international entertainment industries. Woody Allen. At 90 years young, Woody Allen stands as one of the most influential filmmakers and comedians of his generation. Born Alan Stewart Koenigsberg on December 1, 1935, in Brooklyn, New York, to a Jewish family, Woody began his career writing jokes for television before transitioning to stand-up comedy and film. His breakthrough came with his Oscar-winning screenplay for What's New Pussycat, 1965, and his directorial debut with What's Up Tiger Lily, 1966. Woody has written, directed, and starred in over 50 films throughout his career, including Annie Hall, 1977, Manhattan, 1979, and Hannah and Her Sisters, 1986, which showcase his distinctive neurotic humor and exploration of Jewish identity and urban life. Beyond film, he's also an accomplished playwright and musician, performing weekly with his jazz band. Woody's work has created space for authentic Jewish voices in the entertainment industry, and he continues to contribute to cultural discourse through his films while maintaining his status as a cinematic legend. Judd Hirsch. At 89 years young, Judd Hirsch remains a distinguished character actor known for his intense performances and versatility across stage and screen. Born on March 17, 1935, in New York City to Jewish parents who immigrated from Austria-Hungary, Judd began his career with the American Shakespeare Festival before transitioning to Broadway, where he earned Tony Award nominations for his work in The Great White Hope and Speed the Plow. His breakthrough in film came with his role as Mr. Bernstein in The Graduate, 1967, followed by memorable performances in Ordinary People, 1980, for which he received an Academy Award nomination, and Glengarry Glen Ross, 1992. His television career includes prominent roles in Taxi and Dear John. Judd has also worked as a producer and director, contributing to the theatrical community through his work with various theater companies. His work has created space for authentic Jewish experiences to be seen and celebrated on screen, and he continues to mentor younger actors while contributing to charitable causes in the Jewish community. Andre Gregory. At 93 years young, Andre Gregory remains a pioneering figure in American theater and independent film. Born in 1932 to Jewish parents who were both involved in the arts, Andre grew up in New York City and began his career in theater. In the 1950s, he became one of the original creators of the regional theater movement and the off-Broadway movement. His breakthrough came with his production of The Blacks in 1961, which ran for years in New York and featured legendary performers like James Earl Jones and Cicely Tyson. Andre has worked with Wallace Shawn on numerous projects, including the iconic film My Dinner with Andre, 1981. His work has created space for experimental and thought-provoking theater, and he continues to contribute to the arts through his direction, acting, and visual art projects. Tina Louise. Tina Louise was born in 1927 to Jewish parents in New York City and began her career as a model before transitioning to acting. She became famous for her role as Ginger on the television series Gilligan's Island, 1964 to 1967. Throughout her career, she appeared in numerous films and television shows, including The Pajama Game, 1957, and Mayberry RFD, 1968 to 1971. Tina was also an accomplished painter and artist. She passed away in 2023 at the age of 96. Piper Laurie. Piper Laurie, born Rosetta Jacobs in 1932 to Jewish immigrant parents from Poland and Russia, was an acclaimed actress known for her powerful performances in film and television. Her breakthrough came with her role in The Hustler, 1961, for which she received an Academy Award nomination. She received 2 more Oscar nominations for her roles in Carrie, 1976, and Children of a Lesser God, 1986. Piper was also known for her role as Catherine Martell in the television series Twin Peaks, 1990 to 1991. She passed away in 2023 at the age of 91. William Shatner. At 94 years young, William Shatner remains a cultural icon known for his distinctive voice and charismatic presence. Born in Montreal in 1931 to Jewish parents who were Yiddish theater performers, William began his career in theater before transitioning to television and film. His breakthrough came with the role of Captain James T. Kirk in Star Trek: The Original Series, 1966 to 1969, which cemented his status as a sci-fi legend. William has appeared in numerous films and television shows throughout his career, including Boston Legal, 2004 to 2008, and The Twilight Zone, 2019 to 2020. Beyond acting, he's also worked as an author, director, producer, screenwriter, and singer. His work has created space for Jewish representation in science fiction and popular culture, and he continues to contribute to the entertainment industry while maintaining his status as a beloved figure in both Canadian and American entertainment. Barbara Barrie. At 94 years young, Barbara Barrie remains a respected actress known for her work across film, stage, and television. Born Barbara Ann Berman on May 23, 1931, in Chicago, Illinois, Barbara began her career in theater before transitioning to film and television. Her breakthrough came with her performance in the 1964 film One Potato, Two Potato, for which she won the Best Actress Award at the Cannes Film Festival. Barbara received an Academy Award nomination for her role in Breaking Away, 1979, and an Emmy Award nomination when she reprised the role in the television series based on the film. On television, she is perhaps best known for her portrayal of Elizabeth Miller in the detective sitcom Barney Miller, 1975 to 1978. Barbara has also made significant contributions to the theater world, receiving a Tony Award nomination for her role in Stephen Sondheim's Company. Her work has created space for authentic Jewish experiences to be seen and celebrated on screen, and she continues to contribute to the arts through her writing and performances. Hal Linden. At 90 years young, Hal Linden stands as one of the most accomplished actors of his generation. Born on March 22, 1935, in Brooklyn, New York, to a Jewish family, Hal began his career in theater before transitioning to television and film. His breakthrough came with his role as Captain Barney Miller in the television series Barney Miller, 1975 to 1982, which showcased his ability to portray complex characters with nuance and humor. Hal has won a Tony Award for Best Actor in a musical for The Rothschilds, 1970, and has been nominated for 2 additional Tonys. His television career includes prominent roles in The Rockford Files, St. Elsewhere, and The Practice. Beyond acting, Hal has worked as a producer and director, contributing to the theatrical community through his work with various theater companies. His work has created space for authentic Jewish experiences to be seen and celebrated on screen, and he continues to mentor younger actors while contributing to charitable causes in the Jewish community. Alan Oppenheimer. At 95 years young, Alan Oppenheimer remains one of America's most distinguished character actors and voice actors. Born on April 23, 1930 in New York City to a Jewish family, Alan began his career in live-action television in the 1950s before transitioning to voice acting in the 1970s. His breakthrough came with his voice role as Skeletor in He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, 1983 to 1985, which cemented his status as a legendary voice actor. Allen has voiced numerous iconic characters across various animated series, including Vanity Smurf in The Smurfs, Beachcomber and Warpath in The Transformers, and Primeval in Ghostbusters. His live-action roles include appearances in Star Trek The Next Generation, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and Star Trek Voyager. Allen's work has created space for alternative voices in animation and television, and he continues to influence animators and actors worldwide through his innovative approach to character development. Rebecca Shaw Best, known for her role as Faye Cochran in the NBC sitcom Wings, 1990 to 1997, Rebecca Shaw has been a fixture in American entertainment for decades. Born February 22, 1929, in New York City, Rebecca has appeared in numerous films and television shows throughout her career, including Roseanne, Law and Order, Frasier, My Life, Analyze This, Analyze That, United 93, Suits, and Crisis in 6 Scenes. Her Jewish heritage has influenced her perspective on the characters she's portrayed, bringing authenticity to roles that might otherwise lack cultural depth. Rebecca studied acting in both the United States and Dublin, Ireland, before embarking on her distinguished career. She continues to contribute to the arts through her performances and remains an active member of the Jewish community. Tom Lehrer. The man who seamlessly blended mathematics with musical satire, Tom Lehrer has left an indelible mark on American culture. Born April 9, 1928, in New York City, Tom began his career as a singer-songwriter and satirist in the 1950s, captivating audiences with his witty lyrics and intellectual humor. His songs like The Elements and New Math showcased his unique ability to make complex mathematical concepts accessible and entertaining. Beyond entertainment, Tom has taught mathematics and musical theater, mentoring countless students who have gone on to make their own marks in these fields. His Jewish background has influenced his perspective on social issues, which often found their way into his satirical works. Tom remains a respected figure in both academic and entertainment circles. Lee Grant. Lee Grant made her film debut in 1951's Detective Story, a performance that earned her an Oscar nomination and the Best Actress Award at the 1952 Cannes Film Festival. Born October 31, 1925, in New York City as Lyova Haskell Rosenthal, Lee has had a remarkable career spanning several decades. Despite being blacklisted from 1952 to 1962 due to her political beliefs, Lee rebuilt her acting career and went on to star in numerous films and television shows, including Valley of the Dolls, In the Heat of the Night, and Shampoo, for which she won an Academy Award. She later transitioned to directing, earning critical acclaim for her documentary work. Lee's Jewish heritage has informed her approach to storytelling, bringing authenticity and emotional depth to her roles. She continues to be recognized for her contributions to both acting and directing. Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks has redefined comedy for generations of audiences. Born June 28, 1926, in Brooklyn, New York, Mel has won an Oscar, Emmy, Tony, and Grammy, and EGOT, cementing his status as one of entertainment's most decorated figures. His films like The Producers, Young Frankenstein, and Blazing Saddles have become cultural touchstones, celebrated for their irreverent humor and social commentary. Mel's Jewish background has been central to his work, with many of his films exploring themes of identity and persecution through a comedic lens. At 98 years old, Mel continues to be active in entertainment, recently executive producing a sequel to his 1987 film, Spaceballs. His legacy as a comedian, filmmaker, and cultural icon remains unparalleled in the industry. First, Alla Nazimova, 1879 to 1945. Alla Nazimova was a pioneering force in both theater and film, known not only for her groundbreaking acting, but also for her work as a scriptwriter and producer. Born into a family with Jewish roots, her heritage infused her artistry with a passion for dramatic storytelling and an innovative spirit. In Hollywood, she became synonymous with lavish, experimental productions that pushed the boundaries of early cinema. Her dedication to art and the courage to take risks set her apart, and today she is remembered as one of the original mavericks of the silver screen. 2. Sophie Tucker, 1884–1966. Sophie Tucker, famously known as the last of the Red Hot Mamas, dazzled audiences with her powerful voice, comedic timing, and heartfelt performances. Hailing from a family with deep Jewish roots, her heritage was a wellspring of resilience and wit, qualities that propelled her into stardom. Tucker's career spanned vaudeville, Broadway, and film, where she became celebrated for her larger-than-life stage presence and dynamic personality. Her ability to connect with audiences on a personal level, blending humor with raw emotion, cemented her status as a cultural icon. 3. Theda Bara, 1885–1955. Theda Bara, one of silent film's most enigmatic figures, captivated audiences with her exotic allure and groundbreaking screen persona as the original Vamp. Although best known for her mysterious on-screen persona, her background is enriched by a heritage that includes Jewish ancestors, whose legacy of strength and creativity quietly influenced her path. Bara's performances in silent cinema broke taboos and challenged the norms of femininity and sensuality in early Hollywood. 4. Mae West, 1893–1980. Mae West was a true original, a vivacious actress, playwright, and screenwriter whose risque humor and bold attitude made her a household name in Hollywood. Born with a vibrant personality and, as some sources suggest, a touch of Jewish familial influence that instilled in her an irreverent sense of humor, West rewrote the rules of what was acceptable on stage and screen. Known for her double entendre and unapologetic expression of female sexuality, she not only entertained but also challenged societal norms. Fünfte Hermione Gingold, 1997–1987. Hermione Gingold charmed audiences with her distinct British wit and stage presence that transcended borders. With her family's Jewish heritage playing a subtle yet influential role in shaping her quick-thinking humor, Gingold became a beloved actress known for her impeccable timing and charismatic delivery. Her career, which spanned theater, film, and television, was marked by a unique ability to blend sharp comedy with genuine warmth. Hollywood and the West End alike embraced her for the unforgettable characters she brought to life. 6. Elizabeth Bergner, 1897–1986. The Austrian actress Elizabeth Bergner was nominated for a Best Actress Oscar in 1935, and even may have helped create the titular character in the film All About Eve. Bergner was one of Germany's most renowned theater and film actresses, known for her androgynous, pants-wearing roles, which was something pretty unheard of at the time. After moving to London, she helped fellow actors escape Nazi Germany. During a screening of her movie The Rise of Catherine the Great in Berlin, Nazis staged a riot as part of their larger campaign to ban Jewish art. Bergner and her husband, director Paul Sinner, soon fled to the U.S., where she starred with Laurence Olivier in As You Like It in 1936. She returned to Europe after the war, acting in the 1973 film The Pedestrian, which was nominated for an Academy Award and Golden Globe. A Berlin city park was named Bergner. 7. Libby Holman, 1904–1971. As an openly bisexual American actress who was charged with murdering her husband, inspiring 3 films, Libby Holman led a controversial life. Even though it was ruled a suicide, the death of Holman's husband, Zachary Smith Reynolds, tarnished her reputation, and coverage of the incident was marred by anti-Semitism. She was also the youngest woman to graduate from the University of Cincinnati and went against social standards by playing shows with African-American musicians. Holman befriended Martin Luther King Jr. and helped pay for his 1959 trip to India to study the teachings of Mahatma Gandhi. In addition to her involvement in the civil rights movement and taking part in the experimental film Dreams That Money Can Buy, 1947, Holman is largely remembered as a stage actress. 8. Ruby Myers, 1907–1983. Ruby Myers, who went by the stage name Sulakana, was an Indian actress of Middle Eastern origin who defied the social norms of her era by starring in early Hindi silent films. During the late 1700s, Jews from Iraq, Syria, and other parts of the Ottoman Empire came to India, establishing the Baghdadi Jewish community. Some of the first women to act in Indian movies came from this Jewish diaspora. Myers, who was working as a telephone operator when she was discovered, was hesitant to pursue acting, but she went on to star in films including Typist Girl, 1926, and Wildcat of Bombay, 1927, in which she played 8 characters. When talkies took over, she learned Hindustani. In the 1930s, Myers opened her own production house, Ruby Picks, and in 1973 was awarded the Dadasaheb Phalke Award, India's highest award for cinema. 9. Sylvia Sidney, 1910 to 1999. Born to Russian Jewish immigrants, stage and film actress Sylvia Sidney rose to fame in the 1930s for playing the partner of gangsters. Sidney starred alongside the leading actors of her day, including Humphrey Bogart, Cary Grant, and Spencer Tracy. She also was one of the first American actresses to work with Alfred Hitchcock, appearing in Sabotage, 1936. The character actress also had a strong career in theater and television. Later in life, Sidney was nominated for an Academy Award for Summer Wishes, Winter Dreams, 1973. She went on to act in Tim Burton's Beetlejuice and Mars Attacks, which was her last movie. On the side, she raised pug dogs for a competitive show and wrote 2 books on needlepoint. Zainter Louisa Rayner, 1910-2014. Louisa Rayner, who was born in Germany, made history as the first actress to win multiple Academy Awards and to win multiple back-to-back. Despite a burgeoning career on film and stage in Vienna and Berlin, she moved to Hollywood in the 1930s because of Hitler's rise to power. After only a few years in the U.S., she won her first Oscar for The Great Ziegfeld, 1936. She played Anna Held, the common-law wife of theater producer Florenz Ziegfeld, in the movie inspired by true events. After winning a second Academy Award for The Good Earth, 1937, her career at MGM faltered, and she later described her Oscar success as a curse. 11th. Lillian Roth, 1910 to 1980. Lillian Roth began her career as a child star, making her Broadway debut in The Inner Man and going on to star in Paramount Pictures films, including the Marx Brothers' Animal Crackers, 1930. In her personal life, Roth dealt with alcoholism and lacked autonomy in many of her romantic relationships. She married many times. She detailed her tribulations in the 1954 memoir, I'll Cry Tomorrow, which was an international bestseller. While she eventually converted to Catholicism, she said that she could never forget her Jewish heritage and her life was richer because of it. In 1955, I'll Cry Tomorrow was made into a movie of the same name and was nominated for 4 Academy Awards. 12. Hedy Lamarr. Hedy Lamarr is maybe the only person to both have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame and be inducted into the National Inventors Hall of Fame. Lamarr began her career in European cinema, most notably performing nude in the controversial Czech film Ecstasy, 1933. After leaving Europe, she became a Hollywood star with her first role in Algiers, 1938, followed by a slew of MGM films. During World War II, the self-taught inventor worked with George Antheil, an avant-garde composer, to create a radio guidance system that would thwart Axis attempts to jam Allied torpedoes. This frequency-hopping transmission method would prove foundational in the development of Bluetooth and other technology. She was also one of the inspirations for Disney's Snow White in the original Catwoman. 13. Natalie Schafer. Natalie Schafer made her mark in Hollywood with a career that spanned television and film, best remembered for her roles that combined humor with a touch of elegance. With a family background that included Jewish ancestry, Schafer's upbringing instilled in her a rich cultural perspective that she carried onto the screen. Her signature style, warm, quirky, and ever so memorable, brought a unique flavor to every role, making her a standout presence in a rapidly evolving entertainment industry. 14th. Stella Adler, 1901 to 1992. Stella Adler was a towering figure in acting, revered both as a performer and as one of the most influential acting teachers in Hollywood. With roots that trace back to a family with Jewish heritage, Adler's cultural background enriched her understanding of the human condition and the transformative power of performance. Her work in film and theater not only showcased her exceptional talent, but also her deep commitment to nurturing future generations of actors. Adler's teachings emphasized emotional truth and deep character exploration, revolutionizing the craft of acting. 15. Kitty Carlisle Hart, 1910-2007. Kitty Carlisle Hart was a multi-talented performer whose career spanned singing, acting, and advocacy for the arts. Born into a family that embraced its Jewish heritage, Hart's background provided her with a rich tapestry of cultural influences that informed her unique style. She graced the stage and screen with a vibrant personality and sophisticated charm, becoming a beloved figure in Hollywood. Known for her articulate and graceful performances, she also became a respected spokeswoman for the arts, bridging the gap between the entertainment world and cultural advocacy. 16th, Paulette Goddard, 1910-1990. Paulette Goddard lit up Hollywood with her captivating screen presence and effortless style, leaving an indelible mark on film history. With a background enriched by Jewish ancestry, her cultural heritage added layers of complexity and resilience to her performances. Goddard's charm and wit made her a favorite among audiences and directors alike, while her work in both dramatic and comedic roles showcased her remarkable versatility. Often celebrated for her natural elegance and magnetic personality, she became a muse for many filmmakers of her era. 17. Dinah Shore, 1916-1994. Dinah Shore was a beloved entertainer whose warm presence and versatile talent made her a standout in Hollywood and on the airwaves. With a family background that included Jewish heritage, Shore carried forward a legacy of resilience and creativity into her multifaceted career. Known primarily as a singer and actress, she charmed audiences with her heartfelt performances and charismatic hosting style on television. Her work in music and film garnered both critical acclaim and enduring popular appeal. Shore's ability to connect with viewers on a personal level helped her become a trusted and enduring figure in American entertainment. 18. Carol Bruce, 1919-2007. Carol Bruce was a multi-talented Broadway star and film actress whose career was marked by a seamless blend of musical prowess and acting talent. With a nod to her Jewish ancestry, Bruce's background enriched her artistic expression and helped shape her dynamic performances. On stage and screen, she was known for her melodious voice and engaging presence, which brought warmth and depth to every role she tackled. Her work in musical theater and film resonated with audiences who admired her genuine charm and versatility. 19th, Shelley Winters, 1922-2006. Shelley Winters was an actress whose formidable talent earned her 2 Academy Awards and a cherished place in Hollywood history. Growing up with influences from a family that valued its Jewish heritage, Winters carried a resilient spirit and a nuanced understanding of human emotion onto the screen. Her roles spanned a wide range of characters, from dramatic to comedic, each delivered with authenticity and emotional depth. Winters was celebrated for her ability to capture complex personalities, making her one of the most versatile actresses of her time. Dvatsiata Judy Holliday, 1921-1965. Judy Holliday lit up the stage and screen with her infectious energy, witty humor, and heartfelt performances that left a lasting impression on audiences. Born into a family with Jewish influences, she carried forward a rich cultural legacy that bolstered her natural comedic talent. Holliday became an icon in both film and theater, best known for her memorable role in Born Yesterday, which earned her critical acclaim and cemented her place in Hollywood history. Her distinctive voice, impeccable timing, and down-to-earth charm endeared her to fans and colleagues alike. 21st, Simone Signoret, 1921-1985. Simone Signoret was a powerhouse of talent whose captivating performances in French cinema and Hollywood films earned her an Academy Award and widespread acclaim. With Jewish ancestry as part of her diverse cultural background, Signoret's life was enriched by the resilience and creative spirit of her forebears. Known for her ability to convey deep emotion and inner strength, she portrayed complex characters with nuance and grace. Signoret's work broke barriers for women in film, proving that authenticity and passion are vital to truly compelling performances. 22nd, Beatrice Arthur, 1922 to 2009. Beatrice Arthur's distinct voice and commanding stage presence made her one of Hollywood's most memorable character actresses. With roots in a family that cherished its Jewish heritage, Arthur's background enriched her portrayals with a subtle mix of wit, determination, and warmth. Best known for her roles in television classics, her sharp comedic timing and unique style set her apart in an era when originality was key. Arthur's ability to embody strong, independent characters resonated with audiences and helped pave the way for future generations of actresses in comedy and drama alike. 23rd, Lauren Bacall, 1924 to 2014. Lauren Bacall's sultry voice and smoldering on-screen chemistry made her one of Hollywood's most enduring legends. Raised in a family with a rich tapestry of Jewish heritage, Bacall's background contributed to her sophisticated, confident aura that captivated audiences worldwide. Her breakthrough performance alongside Humphrey Bogart in classic films established her as a formidable talent whose allure and talent transcended the screen. With a career spanning decades, Bacall became synonymous with elegance and understated power, influencing generations of actors and filmmakers. 24th, Charlotte Rae, 1926 to 2018. Charlotte Rae charmed audiences as a versatile actress whose career encompassed film, television, and theater. Born into a family with Jewish roots, Rae's cultural background lent her performances a warmth and authenticity that resonated with viewers. Known for her roles that balanced humor with heartfelt sincerity, she became a beloved figure in both dramatic and comedic circles. Her career, enriched by decades of memorable performances, highlighted the importance of genuine storytelling and emotional honesty in Hollywood. 25th, Marilyn Monroe, 1926 to 1962. Marilyn Monroe remains one of Hollywood's most iconic figures, known for her mesmerizing beauty, sultry voice, and captivating screen presence. Although she began her career with a background far removed from traditional Hollywood royalty, her later life was marked by a significant personal journey that included converting to Judaism, a decision that underscored her search for identity and belonging. Monroe's blend of vulnerability and glamour transformed her into a timeless sex symbol and a talented actress who left an indelible mark on the film industry. 26. Susan Cabot, 1927-1986. Susan Cabot's career in film and television was defined by her striking looks, graceful presence, and memorable performances that resonated with audiences. With a familial background that included Jewish heritage, Cabot's cultural roots added a unique dimension to her personality and career. Often cast in roles that capitalized on her elegant allure, she brought both sophistication and vulnerability to the screen, making her a distinctive presence during Hollywood's golden era. Her work in suspenseful dramas and captivating character pieces helped establish her as a versatile actress whose talent extended beyond the superficial. 27th, Lee Grant, 1927. Lee Grant's illustrious career as a theater, film, and TV actress, and even as a director, showcases her remarkable talent and determination. With roots linked to Jewish ancestry, Grant's cultural background enriched her life perspective and deepened her commitment to storytelling. Her powerful, authentic performances resonated with audiences, earning her accolades and respect in an industry often dominated by starlets. Grant's ability to tackle complex, character-driven narratives with both sensitivity and boldness set her apart as a true pioneer. 28th, Estelle Harris, 1928 to 2022. Estelle Harris was a vibrant and versatile actress whose career spanned multiple mediums, including film, television, and theater. With a background that proudly celebrated her Jewish heritage, Harris brought a unique blend of humor, warmth, and resilience to every role. Best known for her comedic timing and unforgettable character work, she left an indelible mark on audiences around the world. Her performances were characterized by a genuine, relatable quality that made her both endearing and unforgettable. Anne Meara. Anne Meara was a trailblazing comedian and actress whose wit, charm, and authenticity made her one of Hollywood's most beloved figures. With a personal journey that included embracing Judaism later in life, her story reflected both her rich cultural heritage and a search for deeper meaning in the arts. Miura's dynamic range, from her memorable performances on stage and television to her influential role as a creative partner alongside Jerry Stiller, helped shape modern comedy. Her ability to blend humor with heartfelt emotion allowed her to connect with audiences on a profound level, leaving a legacy marked by innovation and compassion. Barbara Barrie. Barbara Barrie is a versatile actress and author whose contributions to film, theater, and literature have made her a respected figure in the entertainment world. With subtle nods to her Jewish heritage woven into her personal narrative, Barrie's creative work is marked by sincerity, wit, and a thoughtful exploration of life's complexities. Her memorable performances on stage and screen showcase her ability to tackle a wide range of characters with authenticity and depth. Alongside her work as an actress, she has also delighted audiences with her children's books and storytelling skills. 32nd Piper Laurie, 1932 to 2023. Piper Laurie was an actress of remarkable range whose roles in film and television showcased her ability to transform into complex, multifaceted characters. With a family background that touched on Jewish heritage, Laurie's cultural legacy provided her with a unique perspective that enriched her performances. Her career spanned decades, marked by roles that range from intense dramatic figures to more nuanced everyday characters. Known for her fearless commitment to authenticity, Laurie earned respect for her willingness to take on challenging and diverse roles in an ever-evolving Hollywood landscape. 33rd Joan Rivers, 1933 to 2014. Joan Rivers was a groundbreaking comedian, actress, and talk show host whose razor-sharp wit and fearless humor left an unforgettable imprint on Hollywood. With Jewish ancestry that shaped her distinctive perspective on life and comedy, Rivers turned her personal experiences into biting, insightful humor that resonated with audiences. Known for her unfiltered commentary and relentless drive, she broke barriers in an industry dominated by convention. Whether on stage, on television, or in film, her ability to mix humor with hard truths made her a cultural icon. 34th Tina Louise, 1934 to present. Tina Louise is best known for her iconic role on television, but her career in modeling, singing, and film also highlighted her versatility and charm. Growing up in a family where Jewish heritage played a part in shaping her cultural identity, Louise brought an understated elegance and approachable warmth to every performance. Her work in television and film captured the spirit of an era marked by change and experimentation in Hollywood. With a graceful on-screen presence and an engaging personality, she became a memorable figure in the entertainment world. 35. Shelley Morrison, 1936 to 2019. Shelley Morrison was a dynamic actress celebrated for her work in film and television, known especially for roles that resonated with authenticity and humor. Born to Jewish Sephardic parents, her rich cultural background infused her performances with a vibrant energy and a deep sense of identity. Morrison's ability to bring warmth and relatability to every character made her a cherished presence in Hollywood. Whether she was delivering a punchline or a dramatic moment, her talent and passion for the craft shone through unmistakably. 36. Suzanne Pleshette, 1937-2008. Suzanne Pleshette charmed audiences with her versatile acting skills and charismatic screen presence across film, television, and stage. With a background enriched by a subtle nod to her Jewish heritage, Pleshette brought both strength and grace to a variety of roles, making her a memorable part of Hollywood's golden era. Known for her natural elegance and approachable warmth, she was equally adept at delivering witty banter and poignant drama. Her work resonated with audiences because it felt genuine and heartfelt, bridging the gap between classic performance styles and more modern, nuanced portrayals. 37. Dyan Cannon, 1937. Dyan Cannon carved out an extraordinary career as an actress, director, producer, and editor, an embodiment of creative versatility in Hollywood. While her personal history includes ties to a family with Jewish influences, Cannon's work has always been defined by her fearless approach to challenging traditional roles. Her dynamic performances across film and television showcased a rare blend of elegance, wit, and power. Beyond her on-screen achievements, she was also celebrated behind the camera for her innovative spirit and commitment to breaking new ground. 38th, Susan Strasberg, 1938 to 1999. Susan Strasberg was an actress who made a lasting impact on both the stage and screen with her dramatic intensity and nuanced performances. Drawing on a family history that acknowledged Jewish heritage, Strasberg's personal background brought depth and sensitivity to her craft. Her roles often showcased a raw vulnerability, capturing the complexities of human emotion and experience in a way that resonated powerfully with audiences. In an era when authenticity in acting was paramount, she emerged as a standout talent whose work bridged the gap between classic theater and modern film. 39th, Linda Marsh, 1939 to present. Linda Marsh is a talented actress known for her engaging performances in film and television during Hollywood's dynamic golden era. With a personal background that subtly reflects her Jewish ancestry, Marsh brought both sincerity and a quiet strength to her roles. Her work often highlighted a genuine warmth and an ability to convey deep emotion through understated yet powerful performances. Marsh's contributions to the screen are a reminder that sometimes the most compelling characters are those who embody authenticity and a strong sense of cultural identity. 40th, Louise Lasser, 1939. Louise Lasser has long been recognized as a dynamic and boundary-pushing actress in stage, film, and television. Drawing on her personal heritage, which includes a touch of Jewish cultural influence, Lasser brought an edgy authenticity and fearless creativity to her roles. Her performances were marked by a willingness to take risks and a commitment to exploring complex, often unconventional characters. In an industry where innovation is celebrated, Lasser's career stands out for its refreshing honesty and her relentless pursuit of creative expression. 41st, Lainie Kazan, 1940 to present. Lainie Kazan is a celebrated actress and singer whose vibrant personality and powerful performances have lit up stages and screens for decades. With a family background that proudly reflects Jewish heritage, Kazan's cultural roots have been a constant source of inspiration in her work. Her voice has become synonymous with warmth, humor, and resilience. In Hollywood and on Broadway, she has played a diverse array of roles that showcase her remarkable talent and charismatic stage presence. 42. Jill Street, John, 1940 to present. Jill St. John has enjoyed a long and illustrious career in film and television, captivating audiences with her timeless beauty and versatile acting skills. With subtle hints of Jewish heritage in her background, she brought an added layer of cultural depth and resilience to her on-screen roles. St. John became especially well known for her roles in adventure and action films, where her poise and strength shone through. Her ability to balance glamour with authenticity made her a standout figure in Hollywood's golden era. 43rd, Madeline Kahn, 1942 to 1999. Madeline Kahn was a tour de force on stage, screen, and television, renowned for her impeccable comic timing and unforgettable character portrayals. With a personal background enriched by Jewish influences, Kahn's vibrant cultural roots infused her performances with a distinctive blend of humor and heartfelt vulnerability. Her roles in comedy classics and dramatic films alike showcased an extraordinary ability to capture both wit and pathos, making her a favorite among audiences and critics. Kahn's unique approach to acting helped redefine what it meant to be a character actress during Hollywood's golden age. 44th, Barbra Streisand, 1942. Barbra Streisand stands as one of Hollywood's most influential and multifaceted icons. She is a singer, actress, director, writer, and producer whose remarkable achievements have redefined the entertainment industry. Born into a Jewish family that instilled in her both cultural pride and an indomitable spirit, Streisand's artistry is deeply rooted in her heritage. From her breakthrough roles on stage and screen to her groundbreaking work behind the camera, she has consistently pushed artistic boundaries and championed authenticity. Streisand's signature voice, powerful performances, and visionary storytelling have earned her 2 Academy Awards and countless accolades, making her a true trailblazer in every sense.